right, Jamie. Here for the jank. I can appreciate that. I think my camera is turned way off to the side. I'm gonna fix that because it's gonna annoy me. But the jank begins now. So in theory, I'm streaming both to Twitch as well as to YouTube. And that feels strange, frankly. But it looks like it's working. So I'm gonna fix my front camera because it's like facing the wall or something. And then we'll get the show on the road. I will be right back. If my Stream Deck works. All right. All right, we're back. I'm trying to get a sense of what the latency is like on YouTube. I think it's higher than on Twitch. But it looks like it's working. And I have a thing to get to harass James in 2 different chats. Fabulous. Interestingly, I have a thing that's supposed to be... Well, that's a disaster. Supposed to be combining my chats, but it's not working. So I think I'm first going to try and fix that. And then go through with this game here. But in the meantime, while I try and fix that, let me show you the thing I did. So I set up this game, Bonsai, and I gotta put some cards out, but otherwise setup's done. It's really straightforward. I wanted to play a simple game so that, you know, I'm not getting too distracted with failure while trying to figure out how to stream to 2 platforms at once. And there are going to be a couple differences on stream. By the way, I got distracted there. Welcome in, Jamie, Princess, Martina. Nice to see you all. Twitch changed their terms of service, and they made it so that you can multicast now, simulcast, whatever the hell you want to call it. You can cast to multiple platforms. But the one remaining TOS thing is that you cannot make it a better experience on other platforms. Twitch has to be the best experience. That's the deal. So we can't have chat on stream, for instance. You can't have a merged chat that displays like the Twitch and YouTube comments. It's against TOS. So we're not going to have that. We're going to just have our... I need to shuffle this more, apparently. Anyways, we're just going to have no chat, nothing, just the camera. Okay? But I did set up an extra camera right here, actually. You can just see it at the edge of the frame. Just for funsies, I want to play around with it. It's actually on a slider, so it's going to really slowly pan around and just kind of look at the board semi-close up. I don't even have a scene set up in OBS that can look at that camera. Nothing. It's just there. I threw it together in 5 minutes before stream. I'm pretty sure it's going to overheat and shut off, but we're going to try it out. Oh man, how will people see my snarky cutting wit otherwise? It's true. It's true. It's an unfortunate thing. So there are ways to send like actually a different stream to each platform. So like I could include the YouTube chat on YouTube or no chat, because YouTube chat's kind of lame. I don't know. We'll see. And the Twitch chat just to Twitch. But basically I have to recreate all of my scenes inside of OBS, which is non-trivial to do. So I didn't do it today. And it looks like I'm going to have to move some of this stuff so that we can actually fit this on camera. It's genuinely cool. What, your snarky wit or the camera? I think the camera would be more useful in a game with like some minis or something like that. I just wanted to slap something together because I've been thinking about this. I have extra cameras I can use, and I would like to get like a, you know, an over-the-shoulder shot of like cards, or, you know, something more kind of the play area. I think I could set it up so that it occasionally just jumps to that camera to give you like a quick little overview or something like that, cuts to it instead of just being the top-down view the entirety of the time. You know, I gotta play around with that. Elle, welcome in. Nice to see you. Here, I'm gonna drop the Twitch link in, or sorry, the YouTube link in chat, which I think I'm not supposed to do. So don't leave Twitch to go there. But if you want to just like look at it and try and throw a comment in there and see if I can actually see it, I would appreciate that. And real quick, I'm just gonna adjust this a bit so that we can actually fit this. So in this game, we are making a bonsai tree. It starts as a wee little stump here, just this little guy. Hey, and we want it to grow and flourish and be gorgeous. So we're going to be collecting these bits over here and placing them on our tree. So we've got wood, which has to connect to other wood, leaves, which have to connect to wood, flowers and fruit. Fruit can't be adjacent to other fruit, and flowers earn more points the less, like the more sides that are still exposed. So you want them on their own. They're worth from 0 to 5. If they're placed on leaves, you know, here's my world's crappiest bonsai tree. If I do this, I'm gonna earn 5 points for my flower. Whereas if there was, you know, more leaves here, I'm gonna earn less, right? If I had this embarrassingly poor tree, I would only earn 4 points for my flower instead of 5. So flowers we want on their own. Fruit is worth 7 points, but it can't be near other fruit. And leaves and wood are actually worth points as well. Now in the solo version of the game here, we need to collect these goals. And we need to collect one of each of the goals. And if we don't do so, we lose. So the goals are interesting. I think they're kind of more interesting in the multiplayer game. So they're in 3 different colors. So like these blue goals here, I think correspond, I don't actually know what the hell that means. That's any tile. Tiles on the edge, maybe? I'm not sure. Hanging out over top of the bonsai tree, I think. Anyways, the important thing to note here is like this one. To get this tile here, we need 8 wood in our tree. And for this one, we would need... Oh, the camera shut off, didn't it? It did. It's too hot. It's not happy with me. I'm going to let it cool off. I'll turn it back on later. It's a bit of a failed experiment. We'll get there. Anyways, this was having 10 pieces of wood, and this is having 12 pieces. So in the multiplayer game, when you've, you know, earned this, you have 8 pieces of wood. You can choose to take it or renounce it. If you renounce it, it means you're trying to get one of the better ones, but you can't go back and get it later. One of the other players could. So obviously that's not going to be a factor in our solo game here, but we do need to get one of each in order to win. And the game is going to go through at a much faster clip, I think, because basically where we would normally... We're constantly discarding additional cards, which is like the end game timer. Time roller, welcome in. Don't tell me you are losing again. Thanks, Salchi. Thanks. Yeah. Haven't even started playing yet. How could I be losing? I don't know. Anyways, I'm trying to set this up with enough space for my bonsai tree here. Time roller, have you played this game? I bet you have. I bet you have. All right, Let's see what these goal tiles do. So the blue goal tile that's up here at the top, that guy, we need to have tiles that protrude beyond the edge of our bowl that we start our bonsai tree in. So in order to get the basic one, we need at least one tile protruding. We need one on each side to get the middle one, and we need one protruding and one actually below, hanging down below the pot to get the good one. Okay. For this pink tile here, we need to have 3, 4, or 5 flowers on the same side of our bonsai tree. Okay. And then finally, for the brown one, we just need to have lots of wood tiles, including this starting one. So we need 8, 10, or 12. We're already at 1. We're basically winning the game. You know? Can't go wrong. Hopefully we're going to have enough room for our tree here. We may need to adjust the play space as we build it. I don't know what to expect, having not played this game before. It is really simple. We're going to have 4 cards available to us. Hopefully I have shuffled them enough. We're just going to run with it because I shuffled the hell out of this deck. Over shuffled it, probably. So there are 3 different, 5 different types of cards. These red bordered ones give us bonus points. They're parchment cards. These master cards give us like a one-time perk and then kind of go away. As do these helper cards. Okay, additionally, there's growth and tool cards, which will add to our little play area down here, right? Tool cards will go on this side, and growth cards would go on this side. The more growth cards we have, the more tiles we can place on a given turn, and the more tool cards we have increases the number of tiles we can keep in our supply. Right now we can keep 5, and I believe each tool card gives us an additional 2, but don't quote me on that. Has anyone checked out the stream on YouTube, by the way? Or is everyone just lurking on Twitch per usual, doing the norm? All right. I think we're good to go here. We need to choose a difficulty. We're noobs. We're going to play on low difficulty, and I suspect I'm going to lose. Okay? So, start with a leaf and a wood. And there's 2 actions we can take in this game. We're either going to meditate or we're going to cultivate. So when we meditate, we get to take one of the cards from the pile here. Okay? This card would be the newest and this would be the oldest. When we meditate, we're going to take that card, and then if we take one of these cards, we earn a bonus as well. So, we would get this card and whatever's printed on it, and then we would also get either a wood or a leaf. This one would get us the card, and then a wood and a flower. And this one would get us the card and a leaf and a fruit. Okay, so we can get a lot of additional cards by taking these older ones, basically. And then in the solo game, when we take one of these cards, like let's say we took this one, we'd have to throw out the card to its left, and they're all going to slide over, and they're going to get replaced. So that's our meditate action. Okay. And then our cultivate action allows us to actually build our bonsai tree down here. Okay. So right now, if we took the cultivate action, we could play a wood, a leaf, and one of anything. So at most 3 tiles out of the 5 we can hold maximum in our supply. And we just have to obey the rules. It's pretty easy. Wood has to go next to wood. Leaves have to go next to wood. Flowers earn more points if they're on their own, and we want them all on one side for our goal. And fruit can't be adjacent to other fruit. It has to be touching 2 leaves also. We really want to get some tools and stuff so that we can play more than 3 tiles and hold more than 5, I think. I don't know. Haven't played before. YouTube stream is live and functional. I'm just as surprised as you are. Can I see the chat for YouTube? There's been a couple of people there. You know what? It's not actually working, and I did a bad job. I said, I appreciate the testing, L. Thank you. Oh, wow. Replying is weird. What the hell is this? I don't like YouTube chat. Anyways, I appreciate you guys coming to check it out. I forgot. I said, hey, you know what? I'm going to fix the chat, the combined chat thing. And then I immediately forgot about that, started talking about the game, and didn't actually go back and do that. So let me see real quick if I can get the combined chat to work. I'm using a tool called Restream to combine the chat, which, like, strictly speaking, you can use Restream like as a way of streaming to multiple platforms. I'm just using their chat tool, but it's not picking up the fact that my YouTube event exists. So that's a problem. Let's see if we can figure this out real quick, because it'd be really nice. For real though, YouTube chat is the pits. Yeah, I don't like the chat over there. Yeah, it just seems like really, like, if for, like, I don't have a way to describe it other than really basic, right? It just seems like, I don't know. Here's a really basic chat function. The end. And, like, I don't know what else to say. Like, it just... That's it. It doesn't have anything special. It doesn't, there's no, like, fun emotes. Like, I don't know. Everything about it's just sort of weird. Okay, so why does it not think my YouTube is working? Here we go. I think I got it. YouTube Live is a little bit weird. It, like, feels like you're creating, like, ad hoc one-off events that you're scheduling, and it's sort of, like, different than just, like, firing up the stream. You know? It's just kind of a little weird. Now, I think if one of you guys wants to throw... In fact, you know what? I'm going to throw a test message in YouTube chat, and we're going to see if it shows up. It did. It was just really delayed, but that's okay. YouTube users get a delay on their chat experience, and that's just the way it's going to be. All right. So, also, Matthew Poco, I missed your message there. Thanks for that lurk. Sorry, I was embracing getting this working. All right, let's give this a try. So, like I said, we're either going to meditate, take a card and any applicable bonus things, or we're going to cultivate, which means grow our bonsai. No matter what we do in the solo game, we are throwing out additional cards. So when we meditate, we throw out the card to the left. If we take this card, we throw out the top card of the deck. Okay. And then when we take the cultivate action, we discard the rightmost card. And we're going to refill the board every time. When the pile is out, we get one more turn and then the game's over. We're going to play on easy difficulty, so we need to score 80 points and get one of each bonus tile. Or we fail horribly, which is what I expect to happen. I would expect nothing less than a failure on our first try. Let's give it a go. Seth, hey, how are you doing? Good. How are you? Today's a little experimental stream. If you're just getting in, we're trying to stream to YouTube Live as well. Because Twitch changed their terms of service. And my goal ultimately, actually, I'll tell you guys this. The reason I want to start streaming on YouTube is because, well, one, I want to start making more YouTube content. So if you haven't checked out my Bloody Inn review, which I did recently, please do so. Jamie, maybe you could grab the link to it and drop it in chat. I would appreciate you forever if you did, even more than I already do. But I want to start making more YouTube content. And there's an important difference in exactly one policy with YouTube Live compared to Twitch. And I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to give it a shot. And that policy is that on YouTube, minors are allowed to stream as long as they're in the presence of an adult. And my 10-year-old daughter desperately wants to join me on stream, and she has beaten me at Blood Rage. We played Deal with the Devil, and she was strictly speaking on a team with Martina, but that wasn't happening. She was calling the shots. So she can totally keep up with me with board games, and I'd like to at least try streaming with her. And on Twitch, she's just not allowed on stream. You can't have anyone under the age of 13. Like, they're not allowed to use the platform. The end. So on YouTube, we can. So I'm really looking forward to giving that a try, seeing if it works out or doesn't. I don't know. That said, let's try making a nice bonsai tree here. So I think it's probably pretty wasteful to just play away these two little starter tiles that we got. We have a wood and a leaf, and that's it. I think probably we want to meditate and take a card, you know? I want to make sure that I get this right. This master card, I think, is just straight up gives us... Yeah, it just gives us the tiles. Ah, I see. So helper cards let us place these additionally, like in lieu of doing a cultivate action. And master cards give us additional tiles. So if we took this, we would gain 3 leaves and a fruit, which is pretty cool. It's more than we can hold, which is kind of a thing. That's sort of lame. This is going to give us additional points for leaves. This is going to give us additional points for master cards. So we got some options here. We probably want to pick something over here. We could do this guy maybe. We'd get to place out our tiles, and we'd gain 1 tile to replace it. Or alternatively, we could let's just take this. Let's just take this master card and see what happens. So because it was the rightmost card, we get to do all the things. So we get what's shown on the card: 2 leaves, a 3rd leaf, and a fruit. Now we cannot keep more than 5 tiles, so we're gonna just leave one of those leaves. There's a stupid pun there. And we're just gonna take this master tile or card. We'll just set it aside. We're gonna discard this guy because that's how the solo game works. And I want to make sure I don't get this one other thing wrong. All right. So we're going to slide these cards to the right. Fill them in with new ones. And continue on our merry way. All right, so we got 5 tiles here. So we either want to meditate and take one of these assistants, which is going to let us place tiles out, or alternatively, we can just cultivate, and then we can play 3 of these. Now, I don't think we actually have a place for this fruit to go. In fact, we objectively do not. But we could do this, and we could, we would gain 2 gain 2 fruit, or a fruit and a leaf, and we would play 2. So that would work. Let's try that. We're gonna take this guy. He also just goes off to the side. I'm just gonna keep him face up so I can figure out where they are. We're gonna get a leaf and a fruit, and then we can play 1 leaf and 1 of our choosing. So we probably want to play a wood, and then we have to play a leaf, which we're just gonna throw over here. Is that a glorious bonsai tree? I don't think so, but we're learning, so we'll get there. Looks like the stream has not imploded yet. Strictly speaking, the video quality should be a little higher on YouTube, so that's a thing. It's still 1080p 60, but it's at a higher bit rate, so it should look a little nicer. All right, let's continue here. We're gonna need, I want to get some tools and things like that. Like this would be really nice to have. It increases our storage by 2. But at the same time, I don't know. We're never gonna place this fruit. We need more wood. Let's just take the tool. Let's take the tool. We're gonna take that. We're gonna add it to the side of our board here. Also, it's going to be really weird. There's going to be ads that run on Twitch, but don't run on YouTube. So that's a thing. Anyways, we can now hold 7 tiles. This card gets discarded, and we put out a new one. So this is the other type, the growth card. If we take this card, we would place it here, and then when we take the cultivate action, instead of placing only 3 tiles, we can place an additional wood. I feel like these are going to be pretty essential to us succeeding at some point here. And I think also we like this, but not right now because we're kind of like full. So why don't we take the cultivate action, right? We're going to have to... Oh, we don't have any wood. I suck at this game. God. So we would only place 2 tiles. 1 of our choosing and a leaf, and it would basically have to be leaves. Wow, I am not good at this. Okay, you know what? We're gonna take this tile. We're gonna meditate again. We'll take this guy. So that increases our scoring by 1 for every wood in our bonsai tree. This guy's gonna get discarded, but we also gain a wood and a flower, and we have a hand limit or a tile limit of 7 now because we picked up this little watering can. We can fit a little bit more, which is nice. All right, so now we probably want to cultivate because otherwise we're not going to have any space for tiles. So let's take the cultivate action. We get to place 1 of our choosing, a wood and a grass, or sorry, leaves. We're going to place our only wood. We're going to place leaves over here. And then the 1 of our choosing could either be a flower. Like if we do a flower, we need 3 flowers past the edge of the pot or on the same side. I can't remember. I think it's only the... Yeah, it just needs to be on the same side. Only the... fruit or okay, wait, hold on. This says we just need to have any tile that protrudes on this side of our tree. At least 1. We can do that. Easy. Okay. So we need 3 flowers on the same side that protrude. So placing a flower here isn't worth it yet because we don't have, it wouldn't be protruding. We also cannot place leaves because they need to be adjacent to wood. So why don't we just throw this fruit down here, get it out of the way. It's worth points. We can be happy. Gonna head out. Enjoy. Thanks for the lurk, Seth. Slightly different game than Final Girl here. Slightly different. Alright, so we took a cultivate action. We have to throw away the rightmost card. Now I think we want to take this card because we want some of these growth cards so that we can actually play more than 3 tiles, right? So let's take this one. We also gain a wood and a leaf, or sorry, a leaf and a fruit. Going crazy. This gets discarded. Continue. I'm gonna get my ass kicked. We're gonna run out of cards and I'm gonna have like this, like a teeny little shrubbery. Brutal. All right. So we basically just need to get wood, right? Like we don't have any wood. And we need more wood in order to play more tiles. We don't want to have some weird little shrubbery that's like surrounded by leaves and then we're done. Right? So we're almost at our limit. No more tools have come out. I hate my life. I don't actually, but man, oh man, I wish that I had imagined, hey, what's a tree made of? Hey, it's wood. Who'da thunk it? That would have been helpful to acknowledge at some point. Okay, so is there a way we can do this that doesn't just like absolutely suck though? Like we really want to gain more wood. We don't need this. We don't need fruit and leaves. We need these guys. But these let us place tiles that aren't altogether helpful. Let's just take this. We're learning. We'll speed run to failure. Embrace the usual. That did not help me in the slightest. All right. Let's try taking this guy. So, we get to play a tile of our choosing and a wood tile, which we don't have. So we get to play a tile of our choosing. And we also get to take either a wood or a leaf. I guess we could take a wood and then we could play it. So we could play that wood, say, here. We do need to move over to this right side. We need our tile protruding on this side. This camera just died again. I'm gonna have to figure out a way of keeping that cool. Anyways, we do have to figure out a way of protruding out on this side of our pot. So we will have to get there eventually. But I think we can do this and then probably play another leaf here. We can put a flower in here. It's suboptimal. Or here maybe. For our... I mean, I guess we can achieve both of those with the same tiles, right? We need flower tiles that protrude and tiles that protrude on the right-hand side of the pot. Or a tile that protrudes. We could do those the same way. I don't know. Do we min-max? Probably not. Alright. This guy goes away as well. I feel like the game's like literally half over and I have done almost nothing. Like, look at this stump of a tree I have. It's a disaster. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. I don't blame you. I don't blame you, Jamie. Shit. Okay, well, we're going to meditate. We're going to take this. We can now have 9 tiles, and we get the lucrative wood. This gets discarded. And I think we're going to do it again. And we're just going to take this master. We get a wood and a wood. We need that wood so bad. This gets discarded, which is really unfortunate. Might have been worth trying to keep that somehow. I mean, we could have taken it. I don't know. We don't have enough turns left to screw about with these other cards. All right. So we're going to cultivate. So we get to grow our bonsai. I think we're going to make a little... We're going to make a run for it because we want to protrude over the right-hand side here. Lucrative Wood is my favorite Star Wars character. Mine too. Mine too. Oh, can I even do that? Yeah. Wood, wood, wood. I can place a leaf and a flower now. So I could do like a leaf and a flower. Because those are... It's definitely... We're protruding. Do we think we can protrude on both and greed for the 10-point card? I think we can. We just need to place like one thing here. Yeah, let's play it safe. Let's just take the goal card. Let's just take it. Let's not worry about that. I don't want to think about that. Now this gets discarded. These all slide over. All right. So we got lots of fruit here. And we do need 3 flowers protruding on this side. Well, either side, but we want it to be this side because we've already got one there. So we need to acquire more flowers. And we could just like drop them here, basically, because they'll be worth fewer points, but we will complete our goal. We also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're close to having enough wood to take the smallest wood tile. So how are we going to do this? We take a wood and a flower and then play some out. We'll take this guy. I don't know if it actually matters if we keep these ones. I think I've been throwing a number of them over there. Anyways, this gets discarded. But before I do that, I'm going to screw this up. We take our wood, our flower, and then we play a wood and one other card. So let's play this wood here. And then what's our other tile going to be? I probably shouldn't have looked at these first, strictly speaking. Probably cheating. That's okay. We want to keep our flower. We could play it now if we want, but we can probably do better by, you know, earning more with our leaves. We could get rid of one of these oranges. Oh no, we can't because they need to be touching 2 leaves. So let's put this leaf here so we can play an orange in the future. Probably cheating. That's okay. Listen, as long as Martina's not in chat, it's fine. Don't tell her I said it. How you doing, Risto? Appreciated your comment on my YouTube video. I hope you picked up a copy of Bloody Inn. It's an excellent game. Genuinely one of my favorite, maybe not favorite games, but like, it's really unique and fun to play. I really enjoy it. It's like, it's not a game I would say everyone needs to own, but it's like close, you know? Anyway. Welcome in. We're trying to stream to both YouTube and Twitch today. And we're just seeing how it goes. I don't even know if I can tell how many people are watching on YouTube. Like, legitimately. I have no idea. My view of the stream is... The tools for YouTube... 3 watching now, it says. They leave a lot to be desired. I just thumbs up my own video. It's the best I can do. Anyway. Heyo, Sloth Journey. Jamie recommended your stream. Not sure if you remember me. I do. I spend a lot of time moderating Jamie's chat. I remember you were quite talkative today. I think yesterday as well. So welcome in, Sloth. Glad you could join us. Today is a bit of a cursed stream. We're trying something new. We're playing an easy game. This game's called Bonsai. But we're trying this out because I'm trying to stream to both YouTube and Twitch simultaneously, and I was expecting a whole host of tech issues, which honestly largely haven't happened. It's been pretty okay. But, you know. Cursed, yeah. Well, you see, there's this thing, I'm sure you heard probably Jamie, definitely Lion, and Caffeinated Miniatures, Jared. They like to harass me because I tend to play games. I play usually solo games on most of the time on stream. Sometimes my wife Martina joins me. But I have like a knack for losing horribly. Like we'll play Final Girl or something like that, and I'll end up horribly murdered each and every time. You know? Yeah. So anyhow. Ooh, I can harass you too, Bokkel. Yes, you're one of the OG harassers. It's true. It's true. And Bokkel has a penchant for dying here on this stream as well. We played a bunch of King of the Castle back in the day, and somehow Bokkel always ended up dead every time. Don't know. We haven't done that in a hot minute, so maybe we'll have to break that out. Anyways, back to the game here. We're playing Bonsai. We're trying the solo mode here. I've not played this game before today. We're making a little bonsai tree. I think my bonsai tree looks pretty shit, honestly. This is not the most pretty tree I've ever seen. I had a moment where I forgot that trees require wood. So that was a thing. But you didn't derail the stream. Don't worry about it, Sloth. The knack for losing terribly somehow still feels like not an apt enough description? What? Okay, how would you describe it, Jamie? You're a wordsmith. You use big words that hurt my brain on stream all the time. So I'd love to hear you adequately describe my ability to run it down and just lose every time I play a game. Love to hear it. All right. So, back to Bonsai. In this game, we take one of two actions. It's really simple. We either meditate, which basically means take a card, or we cultivate, which allows us to place tiles out into our tree here. So I think at this point, we probably want to meditate. We're getting pretty thin on cards here. So we need to achieve... We need to score 80 points, which is not happening, and we need to complete at least one of each of these goals. There's 3 categories. We've already completed the blue goal here. We had to have a tile protruding from the right-hand side of our bonsai tree. We need to also get at least 3 flowers protruding from beyond the pot on our tree. On the same side. So given that we already have 1, that's going to be on this side. And then we also need to get at least 8 pieces of wood into our tree, which actually we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have achieved that. You know what? I think I'm just going to take this goal tile. Actually, you know what? This one's worth 5 additional points. We might need the points in order to win. We need 80 points, all 3 goals. Have you acquired any daggers yet? 10 is only 2 more wood. It's true. It's true. So we can have up to 9 tiles in hand, and we need flowers and wood. So I think we're going to take this. We're going to meditate. We're going to take this master here. So it's going to give us a grass, a flower, and a wood. Okay. So 2 flowers, a grass, and a wood. We get to add those to our supply. And then we discard this other card. This slides over, and we put out 2 new ones. As soon as this deck is out, we get 1 additional turn, and then the game is over. Now, if we cultivate, we can place 2 wood, a leaf, flower, and 1 of anything. I think that's probably what we want to do here at this point. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I've put a couple of these helpers that I played into that deck by mistake, but taking this would be worth at least 4 points. Not terrible. It would give us an extra wood and a flower. We can hold them. That's an option. How many turns have we got left? Like 3. 2 or 3 turns. We need an extra wood at least if we want to get to 10, right? Let's do it. Let's greed. When has it ever worked poorly for us to greed? Never. It always works out. Okay, so we get that card. We're going to earn 2 points for each of these. And we get a wood and a flower. We're maxed out. We're at 9 tiles. It's the most we can hold. And we're quickly running out of cards. So we don't want... We want to put some of these onto this, the most hideous bonsai tree you've ever seen in your life. God, it is ugly. So let's take a cultivate action. So we have to place... We can place 2 wood. I think... We're going to just put them over here like that. We can place a leaf. We want flowers. Flowers are worth additional points for not having anything adjacent to them. We did have 2 wood in our supply. But that comment might have sat there for a second. I'm doing a terrible job keeping track of stream chat today. How about a penchant for amateur performance resulting in catastrophic defeat, or a proclivity for failure due to poor luck, or perhaps simply skill issue? You know what? It is a skill issue. It's true. I wonder if my overlays are working or if I screwed those up. Looks like I screwed them up. Damn, unlucky. All right, we placed 2 wood. We placed a leaf. We can place a flower. Actually, I suppose we should take this tile. We're at 10 wood now, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we got that bonus tile complete. And then we placed a flower. We can place 1 more tile of our choosing. So I think... Do we continue our greed, or do we just... No, we just place another flower. It's worth 1 fewer point. Who cares? Ooh, do we try and get 4 or 5 flowers on this side? We could totally do it. We've got the flowers here. They're all... At least this one would be protruding. We could at least get the 4. All right, let's renounce that goal. We'll go for the better one. So this card gets discarded because we took a cultivate action. And it'd be nice if we magically had like an extra wood and leaf that we could just like place here, but we don't, and we're not going to get them. Be right back. All right. So let's just take... Are we going to place out any more fruit? An additional 2 points per fruit is not horrible. We can place 1 more fruit, but that's it. That's all we can fit on our rather ugly tree here. Let's do it. Let's take this. This gets thrown away, and then this is the last turn of the game. So we get 1 more turn. We're going to take a cultivate action because we definitely need to complete that 4 flowers. So we're going to take a cultivate action. We'll place this here. And we can renounce that. We can actually place this other flower here as well and get the 5 flower goal tile. Because we could place our 2 flowers, and then we can't place any of our oranges. What a waste. You know what? Let's min-max. We shouldn't have placed this. We should have placed another orange, because the orange is worth 9 points, which is better than the 4 or 5 additional ones we get for that. All right. It's probably beautiful on the inside. Yes, exactly. We love this bonsai tree for its mind, not for its beauty, right? All right, so let's see if we won. Okay, we get to score now. So wood tiles are worth 0 points. However, we got this card, so wood tiles are actually worth 1. So we're gonna get 10 points for wood. There is a score map, but we're not gonna use it. This makes our little assistant guys worth 2 points each. That's 4, so we're at 14. And our oranges here are 2 additional points. That's 4, so we're at 18 points from these cards. Okay. We then get to score our leaf tiles. Leaves are 3 points each. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 18. That's 36 points. Maybe it smells good with so many flowers. Hey, legends! Ooh, bonsai. Have you played bonsai before, legends? Welcome in. Nice to see you. It's been a while. I tried to catch your stream. I don't even know if you streamed this weekend, honestly, but I did check. But per usual, I was too late. If you streamed, which I don't know. Okay, so our leaves. We got 18 for this. 18 for our leaves. That's 36. Flowers we score individually because they're each worth points for their empty number of sides, right? So these are going to each be worth 4. So we're at 40, 44. They're all worth 4. 48, 52. We're at 52 points. And then oranges are worth 7. So we have 2 fruit. That's 14 points. That's 66 points. And then we get to also score our goal cards here. So we got 22, 29. So we got what? 86, 95. So we beat 80, and we also got 1 of each goal. So we successfully beat the game on easy mode. But we made the most hideous bonsai tree possible. Look at this thing. This is just... We're not winning any awards for how this looks. And had we played on like medium difficulty, we would have needed 100 points, so we would have lost. I did stream this past Saturday, but late because I had a doctor appointment on a Saturday. Got it. I can't believe it looks like that. Jamie, you're so funny. Oh, God. I regret hanging out with you. I harass you too much, and then you give it right back. Apparently my combined chat also stopped working again. So it was working, and then it just failed. I don't know if the streaming to both platforms thing is going to work out. Oh, it was a pun. I was so confused before you read it out loud. Yeah, Jamie has that effect on people. Jamie's presence is just a little bewildering. It's just the way it goes. We try not to think about it too much, you know? Stronger and gayer than ever, that's my motto. Alright, I'm gonna go out on a limb, boo, and guess that the other versions aren't gonna go well. Okay, so let's try this again, but this time what we're gonna do is we're going to try one of the scenarios. So they have scenarios listed. We could just play the same game again. That was the basic version of the game. We pick 3 random colors of goal tile and just play, right? But they also have like 5 or 6 scenarios in here. 5. And they increase in difficulty. So we'll play the first one. It's called Slow Fall. A slow fall from grace. That's how I always imagined I would go. So let's give that one a whirl. Whoa, can't shuffle. So for this one, we're going to use, it says use only the goal tiles shown in the picture here. Basically, we use the brown, pink, and orange goal tiles, but we only use the small and large ones. So we're either taking a very small number of points or quite a large number of points with no in-betweensies. Oh my god, we are going to lose. Shit. Okay, so remember how we scored 95? Well, it says here we use only the goals tiles that we've got up here. So we're going to earn points for wood, either 8 or 12 pieces of wood in our bonsai tree. We need 3 or 5 flowers hanging over the same side of our pot. And we need either 3 or 5 pieces of fruit. Those are the only goals we get to play with. We make no other rules adjustments, but we have to score at least 130 points, and we need to claim 2 hard and 1 low difficulty goal. Damn. Shufflexia is a known ailment. I haven't played this game, but it looks interesting. It seems interesting so far. I'm not happy with visually how my tree looks, but it was enjoyable to assemble it. We'll see if we can do a... Oh, I need to shuffle these cards in too. What am I doing? Anyways, we'll see if we can do a 30% better job than the last time, because that's what we need in order to get this, meet this scenario's goals. Feels unlikely, frankly. I always imagined I'd go peacefully and in my sleep. Everyone else in the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile would likely be screaming. Nice, nice. I feel like that's something that I haven't, like... I don't think the Oscar Mayer Wiener thing was, like, big in Canada compared to... Like, that's more of a US cultural thing. But, like, yeah, I knew what it was, you know? And I feel like that's something that I haven't even, like, seen a hint of in 2 decades, you know? So many familiar names in chat. Yep. There's a big crossover between Jamie's stream and my own. Jamie has helped me a lot in terms of growth. You know what, I'm going to do it this way. It's going to make me angry otherwise. So yeah, Jamie's helped me a lot in terms of growth. This deck is upside down. That's going to make me angry. And we do end up finding a lot of mini painters hanging out, watching some board games. And I like to think I've brought a few board game friends into the fold over for Jamie's stream. I mean, Jamie does play games as well, but not often. Certainly not these days very much. I'm not much of a mathematician, but I think even if you do 30% better, you'll miss the mark by a bit. Listen, it was an approximation, Jamie. Come on. Well, most of them I've known from other streamers in the board gaming community. Ah, okay. That's nice. Are you a big board gamer, Sloth Journey? Do you have a favorite game? Or favorite game to stream or watch on stream? Like I said, lately, it's interesting. Twitch, I started streaming on Twitch just to, like, knock the rust off, get used to using my camera gear again, and maybe start making more videos on YouTube, which I have done. I recently published a video for the first time in like 2 years. You should go check it out. But I did find that I actually really loved streaming, and there's this weird thing where it's actually really enjoyable to play solo games with friends. I don't know why. That is why Jamie recommended you. Usually play more than watch. Okay. James hallucinates a lot from eating forbidden candy. Listen, I haven't touched that forbidden candy jar in a long time, but it is getting quite full. Look here. Let's take a look-see back here. This is the forbidden candy jar. There's the not forbidden candy, the best Halloween candy. You can hear the goodness. Dots. But then there's the actual forbidden candy, which is my jar full of desiccant, which is getting quite full. This huge one, I cheated. This one is not from a game. This came from my daughter's flute. But when we fill that up, we're going to do something special. We've never figured out what that special thing is. All right. It was really good. Y'all should really check it out. What should we check out? Is this my video or yours? Oh, it's mine. Thank you so much for dropping that in chat. Appreciate you, Jamie. That's... Oh, geez, they even sound gross. Listen, I gave those like an extra good shake just for your benefit. To be clear. To be clear. Okay, so we need 2 hard difficulty and 1 low difficulty goals. We don't get significantly more points from the goals for getting the for the fruit, right? We only get an additional 4 points, but the fruit itself is worth 7. So if we had 5 of those, like that would be 50 points, like more than a third of the points we would need to score. I think we're taking the 3 flowers, 12 wood, 5 fruit. So we're going to focus on fruit and wood, not so much on flowers. We're going to smell bad, taste great. Hey, if I'm going to be here harassing you, I might as well occasionally be helpful. Listen, that's what I try to go for. I try to get a nice balance of like keeping your ego in check, because I can see that head inflating when people are, you know, saying nice things to you. And you know, being useful. Banning the occasional, you know, definitely not a bot 456 account or whatever, shout outs, that sort of thing. Toss the dots in the bowl, same consistency. Listen, dots are excellent. James, can you imagine if I just linked my video instead of yours? That would be rude. Listen, no, it wouldn't. You should link your video. Actually, there's about a 3% chance that anyone in chat currently hasn't seen Jamie's video already. But if you haven't, you should check out Jamie's YouTube. Jamie's trying to get back into YouTube in a big way and doing a great job. I have some misgivings about the ring light. You'll understand when you watch the video. But that aside, great job. All right, let's get back to it. We're going to win. We're going to find a way to win at Bonsai. So, what I learned, we know we're trying to get 12 wood this time, and we only got 10 last time. So we're going to have to collect more wood. Okay? And we know we also need lots of fruit. So, it is somewhat tempting to grab this, but the problem is we'll immediately be over. We'll be at 6 out of 5. So let's take this tool as our opening move. Grab that. This card gets discarded. We don't earn extra points from leaves now. That's okay. But now we can hold 7 tiles, which means we can take this. Man, I would like all of the things. It would be really nice to get this also, you know? But anyways, we're going to take this. We're going to cultivate this master. We get 2 wood, a leaf, and a fruit, an orange. And we're at 6 tiles out of 7. We're living the dream. This gets discarded. You're right. Dots are excellent for home defense and pest removal. Yeah, it's true. It's true. You get a little slingshot. Oh my god, did I shuffle? Did I put these the wrong way, or did I shuffle them together? And some are upside down. Oh my god, it's a disaster. If Martina's watching, she will yell at me later. Don't tell her I did this. Martina works retail, and she always, she always talks about facing bills. I mean, like, how often do you handle cash in retail these days? Not that much. But anyways, she'd always face her bills, turning them so they're all facing the same way. And there was one time we had sold I'd sold a subwoofer, actually, for $1,000. It was quite a ridiculous subwoofer. And I was, going through all the cash, and Martina left the room because she said it was painful to watch me handle it. So, James, I missed it. Did you win the previous game? As in, achieve the amount of points you wanted? I did. We got 95 points in the previous game. We needed 80 in order to win on easy mode. And now we're trying the easiest of the 5 scenarios that are included. So we need to score 130 and achieve 2 hard goals and 1 easy goal out of what's present here. It's going to be extremely difficult. An even easier one? I don't think so. So there's fewer goals to achieve. The rules are otherwise the same, but we have to get 130 points, and we scored 95 last time. So we gotta do better. Learn to be less bad. I don't know. All right. So I think probably we want to draft one of these cards. I don't think we want to cultivate and only place out 3 tiles. That feels sucky. To be better, you mean? Yeah. We're gonna listen. We're gonna win this scenario. It's gonna be great. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. All right. Let's take this card. This lets us place out an additional wood. We know we need 12. That seems quite valuable for us this time. This is also 10 points, right? We want 5 fruit. So this is tempting. But when we cultivate, we waste fewer tiles, right? Or cards. So we get more turns in the game, essentially. Let's cultivate now. We can place 2 wood, a leaf, and something else. Okay? So we need 5 flowers protruding on 3 flowers protruding on one side of our bonsai tree. Let's just say that that's going to be this side because we're closer to there. We can put out a wood and a wood. We can even put out a third wood if we want. I mean, what else are we going to do? A leaf? Look, let's just make the diagonal tree of glory and wonder. Hey, James, just a friendly piece of advice. Don't forget the wood for the tree this time. Piss off, Jamie. Piss off. I thought it was going to be easier to get, okay? I'd never played. Leave me alone. All right. We want our flowers to protrude, and we want them to be worth lots of points. So let's just put this here so we can begin with our protruding. Actually, yeah, let's do that. We placed wood, 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 and a leaf. We discard this card. These all slide over. All right. You said wood. Jamie would never forget the wood. You know, that's believable. 100% believable. All right. So this is worth 10 points to us if we achieve that orange goal. But I don't know, having not played this game very much, I'm not sure whether we need to focus more on taking these sorts of things in order to earn more points, or if we need to focus on just playing tiles on the board. I think we're going to try and just take this one because it supports that. We get a wood and a flower, which we need. And it also makes our fruit worth more. So let's try that. We'll take that. We get a wood and a flower. This guy gets discarded. That's right, I wouldn't. If I did forget the wood, I'd just paint something to look like wood. That's extremely believable, actually. All right. So ideally, I think we want to be drafting from over here, right? Because over here, we get more tiles per card we take. This guy, it'd be nice You know? We get to place 2 tiles, but we only gain 1. You know what? Let's do that anyway. Let's do this, because we can get rid of this, and then we can free up some space. Because right now, if we take this one, we go over. All right, so let's take this. So we gain either a wood or a leaf. We're going to take a wood. And then we can play a leaf and anything of our choosing. Okay. So, let's play a wood. We're just making the, vertical or diagonal tree of wonder and greatness. We're going to place that leaf there. And then that means we can put in a fruit here, and then we have some room to fit some of those flowers as well. Now this one will get discarded. We get to keep this guy. Let's not mess that up. I mean, we're not going to get any points for him, I guess, but anyway. Once again, this is very tempting because, like, hey, bonus points just for taking these cards seems pretty good. But we got to get cards out on the table. So I think we're going to draft this guy. We get 3 leaves and a fruit. We know we're going to need those. We got lots of room for leafy goodness here, though we are going to have a very lopsided tree. Who gives a shit? Okay, this gets discarded. How would the better looking tree in this game look? Well, I don't know. There was like pictures I saw. I don't know if they were in the rule book. Like, look at this. Look at this. Look at these example trees. They look like actual trees, not just a fucking diagonal line. So, I mean, they're still abstract, obviously, but like, I think they resemble a tree, an actual tree, a little bit more. All right, we have 3 leaves, 2 fruit, a wood, and a flower. A critical miscalculation I made is that we actually can we have 2. We can play 2 wood every time, and we only have 1. Imagine trees needing wood. Who'da thunk it? I think we're often going to have a tough time playing more than 1 fruit. I don't think we want that. But if we take this, we get a wood and a flower, then we get to play a wood and something else. So we don't go over our limit. We could just take 2 wood, and then we solve that kind of problem for ourselves. Because we reconcile our tiles at the end of the round. So we take this, we gain a wood and a flower. A wood... Or no. Sorry, we gain a wood and a flower, and then we play a wood and something else. How did I think that was going to work out? It totally does not. Oh well. Alright, so wood. Do we want to even out this tree? Or do we want to just leave it looking like stupid and lopsided, like it would just tip over? Yeah, the traditional bonsai methodology. Who gives a shit? You're right. You're right. Maybe that's not quite traditional, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, so we still have to play our wood and something else. Okay. I want this tree to be vaguely even looking. So we're going to play a wood. And we're going to play a flower. Or actually a fruit. Let's put a fruit down like this. Because fruit has to go between 2 leaves. And it can't be adjacent. So we don't want to accidentally... can't be adjacent to other fruit. We don't want to accidentally screw this up later and put a flower there or something stupid. Because we want to have 5 fruit. I think I was laughing at myself the entire time there during an ad break. But, anyways. Traditional bonsai methodology. Who gives a shit? It got me. I don't know why so significantly, but it did. All right. So what do we want to do? We could play more wood. I don't think we need this. We could play more fruit. I don't know. Flowers, definitely not. I don't think we really want any of these. We don't actually have very many masters either. And we don't have room here, so we want to cultivate. It sucks though, because cultivating, we play 2 wood, which we don't have. We're only going to end up playing 3 tiles. So despite me actively trying to not do that, I screwed it up. But that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We're going to play a wood. We're evening out this tree one way or another. And we're going to play a leaf. I think we just continue. We need clusters of leaves, but I don't know that there's a really much more efficient way. If we do it like that, we could then, you know, play our fruit here as our final play anything tile. It's not terrible. Now we've got 2 out of 5 fruit. Okay. Our tree is lopsided, but there's some promise here. Some promise. Okay. We're going to discard this. Ooh, an additional point for every wood. That would also be really useful. It'd be more useful if it also, you know, came with a wood. Like, we want to draft these ones, but these 3 suck. They suck. We'll end up throwing this one out. Do we need that one? We only have to play 3 more fruit out. We have to take 3 more cultivate actions or use assistance for them. That's not so bad. I really don't want to play this though, because if we cultivate, we only place 2 tiles, right? We can't we have no wood. So we need to collect more wood. Need more wood. Why don't we just take this? Because that's going to be worth 12 points, hopefully. Oh wait, sorry, this one gets discarded. And then I guess we're gonna either have to take one of these, or we're going to have to do a really crappy cultivate action. So we definitely don't need to be able to place more wood. We can already place 2, maybe 3, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out. Only need to place 5 more. So maybe let's just grab this. Then we get another. No, then we don't get any freaking wood. Why? It's a game about trees. Why is it so hard to acquire wood? In real life, branches are smart, so maybe they mimic this. Do we have to make some like Fibonacci sequence? Because that's too much for me. Beavis and Butthead would go crazy watching this stream. Why do you say that, Risto? What do you mean? Okay, so this gets us a leaf and a fruit, which isn't horrible. If we took a cultivate action, we could at least play 2 leaves and a fruit. Viable. Could work. We definitely don't need this card. It sets us up so we can take this here afterward. Let's do it. Let's just grab this. Okay, we get a leaf and a fruit. This gets discarded. These move over. This deck is looking very thin. It's making me incredibly nervous. All right. So, just forking often should be enough. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, so we can't really hold a lot more, but we could take one of these assistants. If we take this one, it means we don't screw up this one, because I think we want to actually use these to play tiles while gaining tiles. I mean, it's better to just take cultivate actions, but it feels bad that our cultivate, 2 of our 5 tiles we can place are entirely wasted right now. But of course, we're going to gain them and then... Well, I guess we could gain them and then play other things. So let's take this. Let's take this guy. Okay, we can take a wood. This gets discarded. And then we get to play a fruit, and any other single thing. So we can play this. We're just making like a little collection of evenly spaced fruit over here. Right? And then we gained a wood by doing that. So that's nice. Oh, hey, look, a tool and a tool, which would have increased our ability to hold tiles so we didn't hate our lives the entire game. Nice of those to come out near the end. Sleep time, but I'll keep it playing in the background. Appreciate you. Thanks. Have a good lurk, a good snooze, Princess Cushy. It's an unbelievably cute game. Yeah, I'm actually really enjoying this so far. It is pretty cute, and I think it'd be more fun with more players potentially. But it's certainly challenging so far. I don't even think I'm going to achieve like any of the goals here. I think I'm just going to fail. But yeah. Thanks for hanging out. All right, so we're going to take this guy. We get a wood and a flower. That's our third flower that we need in order to achieve our objective. We can just place them here. They're worth fewer points, but we're not going to end up protruding on this side. So we're probably just going to have to go for that. Now we get to place a wood and something else of our choosing. I don't know that this has actually worked out really, this little branch that we made, but we're just going to, you know, continue because we know we need 12 wood. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 so far. So we need lots more. And then we can place one other thing of our choosing. Probably not our wood, because when we take a cultivate action, we want to have those. So probably we could get rid of one of these flowers, and we can just place it here. It's protruding. It's worth some points. We're doing things. I'm wishing I had taken the card that made all of these assistants worth 2 points, but I didn't. All right. This master card is like OP. 2 wood on it. This is what we need to find. Despite me taking a lot of wood early, we still are struggling here. But the only thing, we have enough flowers to achieve our objective. We have enough, we do not have enough wood, we do not have enough fruit. I shall enter the Shadow Realm. There's a lot of innuendo in this game. You gotta get some editing done. Before you leave, Sloth, thanks for coming out, by the way. And what kind of editing? Like video editing or something else? I'd love to know. And I agree, Jamie, there is the potential for a lot of innuendo. It's just all, like, it's just wood. It's all the stupid, like, dick jokes, basically, which, you know. I'm learning video editing using DaVinci Resolve. Oh, good for you. I hope it's board game videos, just because that would make me happy. I have used Resolve a bit, but only a teeny. I mostly use the Adobe suite. Started like 2 weeks ago. Cool. Yeah, I really I like Resolve, and I had a lot of fun doing some color grading and stuff like that in there. It's really quite interesting, actually. I don't own any physical board games, not very common here. Oh no, that hurts my soul as a physical analog game enjoyer. I hope that somehow you find yourself with more. I love physical, but most people here can't afford it. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but yeah, they're definitely like a luxury item. Nobody needs board games. We should fix that. Whereabouts do you live, if you don't mind me asking? Feel free to ignore if that's too personal. I support fixing that. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose this game so bad. I think I have at most 3 turns remaining. Yikes. Alright. I did find a couple board game bars here and there. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, board game cafes are a thing that, like, kinda started here, but really haven't panned out, in my opinion. I haven't been to a board game cafe that I've enjoyed. And I love board games. It's just that, like, nobody's figured out a pricing model that actually incentivizes going, in my opinion. So that's a real challenge, you know? All right. So I think we basically have to take cultivate actions because otherwise we get one more action and we're out. So we're gonna take a cultivate action, but we're gonna lose. I don't even think we can win because we haven't achieved any of the hard goals or the easy goal we need. Yeah, I think this is it's looking like a loss, friends. Looking like a loss. But that's okay. We can always try again. Oh, I need these to be protruding. Is that protruding? We'll say yes. Okay, so I placed 2 wood, or 1, I don't remember, 2 grass, a fruit, and a flower. Okay, this gets discarded. The problem we're gonna have is that I have 2 more turns. But we need to gain an additional fruit and more wood. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need to magically acquire 3 wood in 2 turns and place them. And I don't think that that's actually possible. We can get 2 wood, but I think that's the best we can do. And if we take wood on the next turn, then we don't get an opportunity to place it. So I think we've just sadly found ourselves in a failure state here. Anyhow, nice to meet you. I will see you around more for sure. Thanks for coming in, especially considering your favorite game is Terra Mystica, it seems. I don't know where you heard that, but it's true. Maybe I mentioned that in chat today. We have lately been playing, if you're still here, Sloth, we have been playing Age of Innovation, which is like Terra Mystica 2.0. Basically completely fired Terra Mystica for me. It's fundamentally the same game, but with more variability. I think we've played Terra Mystica in person probably about 100 times. It's definitely one of the games we've played the most. And your About You section. Damn, I probably haven't looked at that in a hot minute. But yeah, anyways. Age of Innovation is the new version of Terra Mystica. We've played Terra Mystica, Gaia Project, and Age of Innovation. Age of Innovation is the best of them, in my opinion. I have not played it on stream, but I would. I should consider doing that. I'll have to figure that out. Anyways, let me continue failing here and let you get to your editing. I would offer to help with Resolve, but frankly, I'm just not that good at it. All right, so I don't think we can win, but we can do our best to try. We would take this. We'd take this master. We'd gain 2 wood and 2 leaves. Right? This guy gets discarded. This card comes out. And we get 1 final turn, which we are going to take a cultivate action where we can almost achieve useful things, but can't quite. Right? So we can put this wood out. We can place 2 wood. We can place at least 1 leaf. Then we can place a flower, a fruit, and 1 other thing. So we can place our flower. We've achieved our small flower goal. We don't have a fruit to place, and our other thing can be a leaf. We've used all of our placements except a fruit. If we did have a fruit, we could place it here, and we would have achieved the large fruit goal. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we didn't quite get to the large wood goal either. So we were like a couple turns off the mark here. I don't think it's worth calculating our score because we missed out on those two goals, which were going to be worth like 30 points, a huge chunk of it. And I think we should just try again. We were close. We were close. More tools coming out early would have really felt nice. I think we got kind of a little screwed by that. And I don't know that drafting this additional wood was actually worth it at all, because we rarely had enough wood to place two, you know. So let's try again. Let's try again. I don't know if anybody's been checking out the YouTube stream. I have no idea if it's still working. I think the chat there is not so good, but the video quality should be as good or better. Oh, the camera died again. You hate to see it. I'll have to figure out a solution for that. It's a little bit warmer than usual in here, but not a ton. All right, what else have we got? Last try. Surely this time we get it. They say these scenarios increase in difficulty, so if this is the easiest one, yikes. Because it felt pretty tight. Like, I didn't feel like I had a lot of bandwidth to make other choices about what to draft and so on. I feel like if there's a mistake I'm making, I should be taking more cultivate actions because I discard fewer cards that way. So they're kind of inherently more efficient. I only get rid of one card instead of two. But at the same time, if I don't have resources to place out, I don't know how useful that is. Kind of tough. Kind of tough. We'll see. All right. Oh, wait. Fix that again. I think we just ignore these bonus point things other than maybe the fruit or the wood one. Like, I guess those are the only ones we took. Like, at most one. Take one. Because I'd rather achieve the objectives and be a couple points shy than just wholesale fail the objectives, which is what we did this last time. So maybe let's not get tempted by those. And I feel like a good way to not get tempted by those would be just to start by drafting this guy. We gain a leaf and a fruit. We know we're going to need 5 fruit. And then we get to place a wood and something else. So we're going to go for that diagonal dream. Maybe I'll actually try like whoosh, this time. I don't know. I don't know if it makes sense. Do we just build one like lumpy tree? We only have to protrude with 3 flowers. So we only have to get like one more hex over. Maybe we just make the lumpy tree of greatness and hope for the best. So what's our other thing going to be? It has to be a leaf. That actually kind of really sucks. That was maybe a misplay. Oh well. We will suffer from that forever. We'll put this leaf here knowing that we will place an additional leaf and can have a fruit or flower here. It'll be fine. What could go wrong? All right. Oh, all the bonus points are coming out early. Fabulous. Okay, I think we know we want to take this. I think we want to draft this now. We probably never want to draft from this slot, right? I don't think there's enough. We don't get enough tile income to afford not gaining at least a tile every turn, basically. We don't really want just leaves and fruit, though, right? Like, the way these cards came out has kind of screwed us. Because we'd have to place a leaf and something else. There's just not very much room for leaves or anything else right now. And all we'd have to place 2 leaves. We have no practical way of doing that. That doesn't immediately stunt our bonsai growth. So I think we have to leave this here. I want to take this and then draft one of these when it also is over there, but the game refuses. Now, what does this card do? What do I get points for with that one? I don't even know. Rage growth card I have. Okay. I wonder if I just take this just to get a wood and a flower. And then I can take the tool and get another wood and a flower. Let's do that. Okay, we'll grab this. I said I didn't want to, but the cards came out in a yucky way. So we gain a wood and a flower for our troubles. And then the biggest problem we had last time was not having any tools for a long time. We know we don't need this card. So I think we do the same thing. We take this. This one gets discarded. We get another wood and another flower, because we can have 7 tiles now. This is kind of insulting. But I think now this frees us up to draft from here. I know I said we want to be taking more cultivate actions because they're more efficient, right? We only discard 1 card. But we also don't gain any tiles. So let's take this guy. We get a leaf and a fruit, and then we place a leaf and something else. So I think that something else is going to be a wood and then a leaf. Our tree's coming together just like we planned it. We can put a flower here, it would be overhanging, or rather we could put a fruit here and put a flower there. We'll be happy, happy, happy. All right. So this we get to keep. This guy gets discarded. Feeling a little bit better about this run, but only marginally. I really wish we could draft other, like, these cards are coming out in a deeply suboptimal way. Like, we want to take from this slot and get a flower and a wood, but then we're throwing out this guy who's extremely useful. Maybe this master is pretty weak. God, I'm doing exactly the opposite of what I want to be doing. I want to be cultivating more. Take this one. Then I can have another growth card. It's worth 2 points. I can then always place out a fruit as long as I have a place for it. I gain a wood and a flower. Or do I take this one and gain just a wood? Then I put out a leaf and something else. Probably a wood. Decisions. This guy kind of sucks. If I just heard Martina or the neighbors. I think I'm taking this guy. I think doing something like this. Or we could just leave that leaf off for now Because we can always place a leaf and we can place a fruit. This guy gets discarded. I don't know if we need 9 tiles. Probably not. 7 is likely enough. Now this is sort of tempting. I mean, that puts us at 8. So maybe we do need 9. I don't know. I don't want to throw out these masters. Though this is one that is less lucrative. It's leaves and flowers. We don't desperately need those. We need wood. We need wood. Let's take this. We get a wood. We get a flower. That puts us at 7. This guy gets discarded, which feels bad, but so be it. And now we can take a cultivate action, end up disposing of this, and not feel horrific about it, right? So we'll take the cultivate action. That means we can place a fruit, a leaf, a wood, and something else. Probably a flower, right? So we don't have another leaf. I don't actually think we can place this fruit. Well, if we put the leaf here, we can. Has to go there, or else we can't place a fruit this turn. Better grow this tree, because that's not going to be doing much else. And then we have one additional placement. Let's get rid of one of these flowers. Let's just put it over here. It's suboptimal. In fact, this is really suboptimal because maybe we don't want to do this. Let's think about this for a second. And we could do this and then that. No, then we still can't place our fruit. We need the flowers to protrude, and we're not going to be able to. Let's just not place the fruit so that we don't stunt our bonsai's growth. Turns out the who gives a shit methodology wasn't actually very effective last time, so let's learn our lesson. All right, now this is looking promising. We want this card. We don't care about this card. We could cultivate, but I don't think it's really worthwhile. It'd be better if this one, I mean, maybe we do cultivate. If this one were here, we need fruit, but we also need wood. Fuck. Maybe we're doing this wrong. Maybe that's the problem that we're having, is that we should be going for the easy wood goal or the easy fruit goal. We don't have a place to place anything spicy with that. We don't need additional flowers. If we take a cultivate action, we just discard this thing, but we could play away potentially only 2 tiles, probably. I don't even know if we can play 2. This music is too, like, JRPG, sad cutscene. I don't know. Let's try taking a cultivate action. We'll just put this wood here so that we can put another leaf here and put our flower or our thing there eventually. That means we're not placing this flower unless we put it here, in which case it's blocking our fruit. Ugh, I suck at this game. I want to place wood and a flower. I don't have a good spot for a flower to go. So no change in strategy. No. I very explicitly said no longer can I just do the who gives a shit methodology. It's just that despite my best attempts, it's really difficult. All right, I think I'm going to take this. I don't know if that's a mistake or not. We'll see. But we can hold 9 tiles now. And we're at 6. This is in a really lucrative spot. I mean, this isn't bad, but we know we need 12 wood. And we're currently at 6. So gaining 2 wood would be really nice. We can also waste that flower. We don't care about that flower. We only need 3. So we're going to take this. Or do we take a cultivate action first? If we cultivated first. Oh, then this wouldn't line up. That's right. Then we couldn't get the 2 wood dream. Right? So we get 2 wood, flower, and a grass or a leaf. I keep calling them grass. They look like grass. But we can't fit all of those. We only can store 9, so we'll lose the flower. And now we can cultivate. So if we cultivate here, we can place wood, leaves, fruit, and something else. So we can do wood. We're going with the diagonal, just like before. Wood, leaves, fruit. I think Martina's harassing me. That's what that sounded like. Maybe not. I don't know. Wood, leaves, fruit. And then what's our other thing going to be? I mean, we can just put a flower, get this out of our hand. It's protruding. We've almost got our flower goal achieved. Actually looks kind of okay, honestly. A little grid-like for a bonsai tree, perhaps. But we can feel okay about that. This gets discarded. These slide over. And we got a whole bunch of extra room here. We have room for 4 tiles now. So we could potentially draft this. I just don't know that we need that many leaves, right? The thing that sucks is this opportunity to get tiles goes away. If we take a cultivate action, we throw that out. I think that's just, we just don't need that many leaves. Or maybe we do. We gotta play out a ton of fruit. We still need to play 3 more fruit, and they have to fit between pairs of leaves. So maybe we do need this. Let's draft this. We get 3 leaves and a fruit. Okay. And then this one gets discarded. This deck is so thin. Man, oh man. So I don't want to take this and throw this one out. I want to use these cards to both gain tiles and play tiles, I think. Probably, maybe. They're both in spots where I can gain wood as well, which has historically been the problem, right? I need to get 4 more wood before the end of the game. I've got 6 on the board, 2 here, that's 8. I need 12. So gaining a wood, like, while also playing one is pretty okay. So we want to do this one first, because if I do this one, I have to throw that guy out. So we'll take this one. We're going to gain a wood. Then we have to play a wood and something else. This gets discarded. So we'll play a wood down here. Play this over here, because then we can put our fruit here, and then a flower here, and then we achieve the flower objective, and we've got 3 out of 5 fruit. So that's looking pretty okay. I like the idea of having these and being able to cultivate and take these deep turns where we get a lot done. But in practice, it just doesn't work because we don't have enough turns. Like, we don't gain enough efficiency that we actually benefit from it, I don't think. So we're going to take this card. We get a wood and a flower. I don't really care about the flower. Then we get to play a wood and something else. And we're going to play... we can always, if we cultivate, play up to 2 fruit. So I think we're going to play this flower. That lets us achieve our first goal, the small goal. That's big. This gets discarded. Okay, so we need 12 wood and 5 fruit. Now we have 4 fruit available, right? 2 are already on our tree. We got 2 more. We need to put out some leaves if we want to be able to actually place this fruit. That's okay. We got a spot for 1 right here. And we can place some leaves out over here to get moving with this. So we could take these, but we'd be wasting. We don't have enough room to hold the stuff. So I think we want to take a cultivate action. So we get to put out a wood, a leaf, a fruit, and 1 other tile. Okay. I think we just continue with our large branching tree, and we start to put some leaves down here. Maybe we play a second leaf as our other tile, and then we can play a fruit down here. We have a spot for a fruit there. If we get spot for 1 more fruit, then we'll achieve our 5 fruit goal, and then we really just need to get 12 frickin' wood. This is going to get discarded. How many turns do we think we've got left? Like 2 or 3. So this is the tile that we need, right? This is 2 wood. We desperately need that, and we probably want it when it's right here. So we probably take a cultivate action again, throw this out, and then that tile will be here, and we can get 3 wood and a leaf, all of which we need. So let's take a cultivate action. Basically, we're playing this. We're playing what we have, right? So we'll just keep making this tree bigger. And leafier down over here so that we can eventually play another fruit. Put this fruit over here. We'll put this flower down here. Suboptimal placement for our flower, but we're just using up all of our tiles. Little ad break, except on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube Live, there shouldn't be an ad break. I don't know how, I have no idea how ads work on YouTube, actually. All right, so the dream move, right? It sucks that it's blocking this. It also means that that's our fuck. If we take this, then we only get 1 more turn after. And if we do that, we can't win, right? Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We need, okay, we only need 2 wood. We don't actually need this tile necessarily. But we need 2 wood, and we need to place that 2 wood. We can't take a cultivate action because we don't have any tiles. But we also need a fruit and a leaf. This sucks. We're going to just slightly miss it, right? I don't think there's any way we can make this work. Because we don't have any tiles to place. This doesn't get us any income. We could get 2 and a leaf here, which would set us up that on our next turn we could place them out, but we're 1 fruit shy. Is like, we need 2 wood and a fruit, and then we need to place them. We can get 1 wood and a fruit, or we can get 3 wood, or 2 wood and a leaf. but like we can't get both wood and fruit. Not enough. Anyways, we have to take income because we don't have anything. We obviously can't do a stream. Looks jank. Thanks, Lion. Appreciate you. You're probably in an ad right now. You're not in an ad? Okay, well that's good. I'm sitting here lamenting my inevitable failure here. At least this is more like resembles a tree now than my previous attempts. But Lion, in this game you are making a bonsai tree. You're either drafting cards or placing tiles, and we are doing this scenario where we have specific requirements and we're like very almost get them, but not quite. Which is a real shame. So I think what we would do is we would take this card as our last turn of the game. We gain a wood and a flower, which isn't altogether useful. But then we can place an orange and one other thing. So we could put this leaf out, place an orange down, and then the game ends. Now, unfortunately for us, in order to win, we needed to have, well, we almost did it. We achieved this goal. We have 5 fruit. But we needed to achieve 2 of the hard goals up here. So we needed 5 fruit, 5 flowers, or 12 wood. We got 5 fruit. We got 3 flowers. We need 1 easy goal and 2 hard goals. So we got an easy goal, we got a hard goal, but then our other hard goal was 12 wood. And unfortunately for us, we ended up with 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We do have 2 wood sitting right over here, but we didn't have that final turn we needed in order to place them. Like legitimately one more turn and we could have done it. You are losing again. Yes, I am. I beat this game on easy mode. Then we decided to try the scenario, this is the easiest of the scenarios. There's 5 scenarios included. This is the easiest of the scenarios, apparently. And we failed. This is the second time I've tried, but we're really close. I'm going to actually calculate my points because I'd like to see how close I was to succeeding here. We had to score 130 points as well as get these requirements met. So, what have we got? We've got only 1 bonus scoring thing, which sucks. But we score 3 points per leaf. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we get 27 points for leaves. Dang, I was rooting for you. I find that hard to believe, Jamie. I find that really hard to believe. Okay, then we get points for our flowers for the sides that aren't covered. So each flower we score separately. So we get 2 here, 1, 2, 3, that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 9. 1, 2, so we get 11 points for flowers, which is kind of embarrassing. Rooting. Oh, fuck. I didn't even notice. Get out. Okay. And then we get 7 points per fruit. So we have 5. We get 35 points for fruit. Then we get 2 bonus points per growth card we have. We have 1. That's a whopping 2 points. And then we score our goals here. So we get 13 and 8, 21 points. So we came away with what? 38, 68, 73, 75, 95, 96. And we needed to score 130. Holy crap. So if we had that one more turn, we would have got this 2 wood out onto our bonsai. And we would have got 15 additional points. And we would have come in at 111. We still would have been 19 points shy. And we didn't even manage to do that. Like, that was if we had an additional turn, which we don't. Did the other camera die? Did that camera turn off? Sounds like you needed 30% more. Get out of here. Yeah, I want to see. It's black. What happened to that camera? All right. I don't like this arbor. The fact that arbor is in that sentence makes me deeply uncomfortable, honestly. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can figure out why that camera turned off, because that just doesn't make any sense. And I'm gonna grab a drink and decide if I'm gonna try this one more time. I'd really like to beat this scenario, but like, I told you it was jank, bastard. Yeah, honestly, I don't know what happened. I've been having issues with my cameras just kind of like clicking off. Like, I got this one. This one's fun. This one's fun. The little side camera here that apparently just, there it is. It's on a little slider, so it slowly moves. It's not exposed correctly, but it's kind of cool. It was just a little thing I tried for shits and giggles right before stream. And then that camera, I don't know what happened. It's a pun. You should expect this by now. Listen, I understand it's a pun. I'm just upset about it. Okay, I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break, see if I can fix these cameras, and get myself something to drink, and then I will be back. We'll try this scenario one more time. I would love suggestions in chat about how the hell to not suck at this game. It feels like maybe I took too many of these. I took a lot of these cards. Maybe I should avoid that as an idea, but like, I don't know. I'm not sure what I could be doing. Like, I have to significantly increase my efficiency, and I don't know how. So, how to not suck. Score higher. Thanks, Jamie. I'll try rolling better while I'm at it. Anyways, I'm gonna fix these cameras. I will be right back in like 3 or 4 minutes. See you soon. All right, friends, I'm back. Ooh, you did roll a 0 today. Yeah, how do you roll a 0 on a d20 anyway? Like, that doesn't seem like a thing. But if anyone could do it, Jamie, it's you. Not sure if I want to paint or play Ark. Do you mean Ark Nova, or do you mean Ark like dinosaurs and stuff? Ark. Or something else? I'm going to try this again. I'm going to find a way to make it work. I don't know how to play this better. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try not getting this stupid 12 wood goal, because unless that tile comes out and I can get 3 wood immediately, early, it feels like it's just not very achievable. I've always been like 1 or 2 shy, and that's like going out of my way to get wood. So, Dino Arc. Oh, Drips by James. Welcome in. We got ourselves a raid. Hello, fellow James. Welcome in. Jamie, maybe you could do your mod thing and do a shout out. Normally there'd be like a raid screen or something here, but for science, we're trying to stream to both Twitch and YouTube today, and there's a little bit of jank involved. So welcome in, raiders. Nice to see you. Thanks for bringing your friends here, James. Appreciate you. I'm also James Opcost, and we play board games here. Today we're playing this game called Bonsai, and it's a nice relaxing game that somehow involves me getting my ass kicked. So I've been failing on repeat, but we're gonna give it a try. Since Jamie didn't do her mod duties, let me get you that shout out here. Rips by James. I'm sure most of our friends in chat tonight are our fellow mini painters who are already probably familiar with James, but if you're not, go give him a follow. Does fun mini painting stuff. How did it go? You were experimenting with color theory and stuff today. I know that was the deal today. How did it turn out? And yeah, I mean, James was streaming like 10 hours or something, like marathon stream. I was on James's stream at like, I don't know, 10 in the morning. It's 9 now, so that was a solid stream for sure. You've been cleaning your closet. Too many skeletons in there, Jamie? I don't think I've seen you win a game, Opcost. Listen, if you'd been here slightly earlier, Lion, you would have seen me win. I won the first game I played today on easy mode. It was a lot of fun. I couldn't stop painting. You dispose properly of the skeletons. That's good. Good. Skeletons lingering in closets, it always ends badly. You know, you just can't leave them there. So yeah, this game here, Bonsai, I've been getting my butt kicked by, but it's a nice little game. We're trying it solo today. It plays up to 4 players. It's pretty straightforward. We're making a little bonsai tree. This is our starting spot here. We got just this little stump. Okay, and we're gonna add wood, leaves, fruit, and flowers to it over the course of the game. And in this particular scenario that we're playing, we need to achieve 3 goals here. There are different colors. There's brown, pink, and orange. So basically, we need to achieve 2 hard goals. That's these ones over here, and 1 easy goal, while also scoring 130 points. Our last playthrough that I just finished was the closest we got. We managed to do... What is happening with my camera there? Weird. Anyways, we managed to do... we got 111 points, and we missed one of the goals, but like we would have got it with 1 more turn. So it was close. He won the Ultra Baby mode. It's true. Makes me think of Doom. Old school Doom. All right, I'm gonna go real quick. Just turn off my camera over here so that I don't know what's going on. It's like the batteries maybe died permanently or something. I don't know. But I expected jank from, you know, YouTube chat or something, not from my cameras spontaneously dying. But here we are. Both streams I've jumped in right as he says, I have no way to win this. That's fair. That's fair, Lion. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But listen, you come here for the failure. We know it. Jared does too. He really likes to give me a hard time. Caffeinated miniatures. Gosh, I can't wait to get to 20k points so I can make James have to compliment me through gritted teeth. Listen, I compliment you all the time, Jamie. You don't even have to spend the points. You just have to ask real nice. All right. So what we learned last playthrough is that one of these goals requires us to get a lot of wood. There's a lot of potential taking wood jokes in this game. But we found that we just can't take that much wood. It's too much for us. So that's gonna be this small goal that we'll do. We want the small wood, not the big wood. Big wood's too much for us. We can't handle it. Small wood. Which means, hey, Cribbit, perfect time for you to get in here, by the way. Welcome in. I'm gonna assume you're saying hi to other James, but I'm glad you could make it. All right, so we're gonna take the small wood, which means we need 5 flowers that are protruding over the side of our pot, and we also need 5 pieces of fruit. So instead of lots of wood, we're gonna need lots of wood, but also leaves. We're just gonna need lots of everything, frankly. So let's give this a go. Let's give this a go. So if there's a thing that I learned, it's that we have to be drafting from over here whenever possible, because when we draft cards, we go through our deck really fast and that causes the game to end. But we have to do it because it's the only way we gain income. And when we draft from these spots toward the right, we gain more tiles. So we're gonna just take this watering can, lets us hold more tiles. We have to discard this, but we get to gain leaf and a fruit for our trouble. And then if we place these, we have to discard the rightmost card. This one has been quite lucrative in the past because it lets us get lots of wood here. The challenge, of course, being that we can only hold 7 tiles right now. And that would put us at 8. I think we're still going to do it, though. We're going to take this. 2. How you been, Cribbit, by the way? Get up to anything exciting? Front cam has died today, and this one is going to turn off in a little bit, the fun cam over there. That was an experiment while we were experimenting with YouTube as well for science. You're good? Nothing too wild? Fair. It's fair. I had a really super unexciting day at work. It was not my favorite. All right. So if we choose to cultivate, we throw away this tile, which isn't so bad. And we get to play 3 tiles, which isn't fabulous, but not terrible. So let's do that. Let's cultivate. We have to place a wood and a leaf, and we probably want a second wood. So I think we're just gonna stick to what we've done in the past. We know we need flowers that are protruding. We need 5 of them if we don't go for wood. So let's work on getting these leaves over the edge of our pot so we can do that. All right. We discard this tile, or card rather. Oh my god, this one's upside down. Don't tell Martina. Angry. Maybe we need to draft more of these cards in order to do more some larger cultivation actions. But we know we want to draft them when they're further over here. Now we don't want to take this again and yet again not be able to take 4 tiles. Efficiency is brutal in this game. So I think we should cultivate again, and we'll end up losing that one, which sucks, but like is tolerable. So it's that, or we do this. These actions feel okay. These let us place tiles as well as game tiles. We'd throw out this watering can. I think having 1 can is like pretty essential. I'm not sure if 2 is necessary or not. Maybe let's try that. We'll do this. This gets discarded. We gain a wood and a flower. And then we play a wood and something else. So we're going to put this wood here, and we're going to play a leaf. I feel like I've made the same frickin' bonsai tree every time, even though it's never worked. Maybe that's a mistake. But nonetheless, here we are. All right. We don't care about bonus points. I mean, we probably do in order to win, but we don't because we suck. And it just never seems to work out. All right. So, that said, we could draft this. That'll give us another growth. We'll get rid of this. We get a wood and a flower. We do kind of need a grass, but this lets us place out more on our cultivation actions. We're trying new things. That's new. We haven't done that before. This one would be okay, but we need it to... we want it to be further down. So even though we waste 1 grass because... or leaf. I keep saying grass. It's a tree. Trees have leaves, not grass. I don't know what my problem is. But we will go ahead and take a cultivate action, I think. Because we don't need that one. And we don't want to take that one. We could take this just to get a leaf so that we're not being wasteful. No, we're going to take a cultivate action. We're going to put this here. This gets tossed out. We also can play a leaf that we don't have, a flower, and something else. So either another wood or a fruit. Probably another wood. And this flower. We can put a fruit here. Or we can put this flower there. And it's still protruding. And it doesn't block our fruit. We really want this big bunch of fruit and flowers off to the side here because we need the flowers to be protruding. I've tried growing bonsai trees. It's challenging. James has made it very clear in tonight's display of gaming. Yeah, bonsai is, you know, I was watching a video about it actually, and it was showing like traditional bonsai and like the size that they are. And like, it was remarkable that there was like a 30-year tree and it was like this big. You know, it was teeny, right? It was not significant at all. So that was a thing. The one issue I do take with it is fruit. What the fuck kind of fruit? That's fair. Once I get a house, I'll get back into it. Buy a house to support your bonsai habit. Why not? Seems legit to me. Alright. These are bull crap. We don't like these. We hate them. Everything about this is bad. We need leaves. We don't have a practical way of getting them. I mean, we can take this and gain 1, but I don't know how useful that is. We take the points, but that doesn't... And we don't want more fruit. We need everything. We need fucking everything. This game is punishing for being relaxing. Like, it's not like critically difficult decisions or something, but holy shit, it's just like I feel at a loss as to how to actually play this game effectively. You know? Let's do this. And we'll take a leaf. This gets discarded. Bonsai trees can bear fruit. It's not edible. Well, it is, just they suck. More for the look of it. Willows take less time to grow than standard bonsai. I want a weeping willow bonsai. Wow, okay. I don't know enough about bonsai to comment, but that sounds cool. It's funny because I think of a weeping willow and, you know, I don't imagine bonsai. I imagine some fucking 100-year-old gigantic thing. So, interesting. I'll have to look that up after stream. All right. Let's do this. We can gain some more leaves. We can play a leaf and something else. Probably a fruit at this point. Start that out. This gets discarded. God, these are just horrific the way these cards are coming out. It hurts the soul, really. Alright. Well, we need wood and flowers and grass. Or God, it's not grass, leaves. Jesus, what is my problem? We don't desperately need this. It wouldn't be terrible to have... Whatever, we're trying something new. We're just going to try getting more of these growth cards this time. So we're going to take that. We're going to take another leaf. This card gets discarded. Slowly pushing this further and further away. Yeah, it's that, but smaller. I had one that was going well, but then the freeze happened here in Texas, and it killed it. Ah, yes. That's fair. It's currently snowing for me. Sunny Canada and all. Sucks to suck. All right. Let's try and min-max a little bit here and get a few more things. Time to break open the Twizzlers. I thought Twizzlers weren't you one of the Twizzler haters? Or maybe that was Witty. Witty didn't like Twizzlers. She did a tier list. It was less cursed than Jamie's, but it was still bad. All right. I'm going to finish my chocolate chip cookie. It's going to help me feel better about my poor decisions. All right. We're going to take this card. Get a wood and a flower. We're going to take a cultivate action. We can play a wood, 2 leaves, a flower, a fruit, and something else. So probably another flower. We're just going to keep this enormous pattern alive. Fruit can't be placed adjacent to other fruit, and it has to be adjacent to at least 2 leaves. So I don't think we can really place it more efficiently than something like this, which is why I keep ending up with this stupid pattern repeatedly. But I feel like we can be pretty happy with this. We have 1, 2, 3 flowers overhanging. We're not going to take this because we're going to take the 8 wood. Mind you, we're almost at 8 wood. Maybe this is the time to take that flower one. No, let's not deviate. We're going to We're going to take the... We're going to renounce this. We're not going to do that. We're going to get the 5 overhanging flowers, which might actually be really difficult to do. We're going to need more wood here. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We need 5 overhanging flowers and 5 fruit. We got 2 fruit. We're well on our way. The fruit doesn't have to overhang. This card's going to get discarded. We're going to continue on our merry way. Now, these cards seem quite valuable because we just need tiles in this game. Bad. All the time. Twizzlers are great. Way better than dots. Jamie, I have the ban hammer here. Come on. Down with dots. Twizzlers are actually one of the worst tasting candies in my opinion, but they are addictive, and I will eat this whole bag tonight. Somehow still my favorite, despite being awful tasting. Interesting. I like nibs, or super nibs, more specifically. They're my favorite, like licorice. I don't know if... Are those a thing in the States? I have no idea. Thing is, I know I like candy that people think are gross. I admit it. I can handle the heat. Well, I didn't think anyone thought dots were gross, but apparently that's... I was wrong, and nobody likes them. Because, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. They're delicious. I don't know what's wrong with you people. Alright. Let's draft this, because we need tiles. And extra scoring opportunities aren't bad. This would get us the rest of the fruit that we need, as well as a bunch more leaves, which would be really nice. We can also place those out pretty effectively with a cultivate action. So I think we're just going to take this. 2 leaves, 2 fruit. That puts us at 6 tiles. This guy we keep, this guy goes away. Good and plenty are the best. This is why Lion and I are friends. So do you guys have nibs in the States? Do you know what I'm talking about? Super nibs? They're like licorice, but they're not textured. They're pretty dense. Hello, friendos. Welcome in, Alkali. How you been? James, we should do a snack swap sometime. I'll send you US exclusive snacks, and you can send Canadian exclusive snacks. That's a great idea. Is there a reason James is only an arm today? Well, I'm having problems with the front camera. You know what? It should be better now. I'm gonna take a look. We'll see real quick. It's like the front camera is on like AC power, but it's like it's, you know, not providing quite enough for some reason, which has never been a problem in the past. So it's like it's draining like, I don't know, 2% every few minutes, and then it died eventually, right? I don't think we do. We do have Twizzler's Bites. What's a Twizzler's Bite? Is that like just a small Twizzler? Super Nibs are like... they're not really like Twizzlers at all. They're the size of a Twizzler, but they're not textured, and they don't have like a hollow space in them. They're just solid, and they're flavored differently and less sort of like waxy, glisteny, bleh, you know? They're better. I've had them and I approve of them. Perfect. I like you, Lion. He's playing Bonsai, so he's only showing his limbs. I'm doing good. I got my Roll20 Giant Plush D20 today, which is super neato. Nibs are meh. I don't like the smoothness of them. Okay. So what would you take instead of nibs? What's your favorite candy? Or more specifically, how do you feel about dots, Alkali? This is the most important question you're going to answer today. All right. This would be a useful card to play. I mean, we could just do it. We don't need... Actually, we don't need any more fruit. We want cards in this spot now, not that one. So we don't care if we lose that. So let's take a cultivate action. We can play 2 leaves, a fruit and something else, which is probably another fruit, but it could be another leaf. Dots, those are a shape, not a candy. What do you mean? Alkali, how could you do this to me? Dots are the single best Halloween candy. Come on. Look, you can hear the greatness. They're stuck together. You can hear the greatness. Fuck. Yeah, I see the ad. Thank you. Thanks for the stream and for keeping me company while painting. Have a great night. Appreciate you, Elle. I'm sure you can't hear this because of the ad, but have a nice night. The ad's already over? That's weird. It says it's a 2-minute ad break. You got like a 30-second ad? That's weird. Dots are basically jujubes. They're jujubes, but they're delicious. And Jamie Daggers has like a absolutely unnecessary opposition to them for some reason that I will never understand. Okay? No one will understand ever. Jujubes are fine, but not your favorite. I'm going to drop the link to the YouTube live stream in here. If you wouldn't mind checking it out, I'd appreciate it. Anybody in chat. That's the kind of one of the purposes of tonight's little test stream is to try out YouTube live while simultaneously streaming to Twitch. That's why I don't have any chat up on the screen because that's against terms of service on Twitch. You can't have combined chat on screen. But yeah, one of the goals of tonight's science experiment was to try streaming to both Twitch and YouTube Live and see how it works, because I want to do some future streams just on YouTube. I love me a good Swedish berry, Swedish fish, fuzzy peaches, and Sour Patch Kids. That is a pretty go-to list for me. I am pretty okay with that. Fuzzy peaches are great until like you've had one too many, and then like, you know, your tongue gets a little raw or whatever. But they're good. Sour Patch Kids are like good, but of all of those, I would pass on them first. Swedish berries are my favorite candy. I have like a total sweet tooth. And Halloween's brutal for me because I put on 50 fucking pounds because I eat all my kids' candy. Because they come home with way too much, forget it exists, and I find a home for it because I can't help myself. From a viewer perspective, I find YouTube is meh and chat is pathetic. And from a moderator perspective, YouTube is absolutely trash in every way. So listen, I don't disagree with you. I think YouTube chat leaves a lot to be desired. The thing about YouTube is that I can stream with my kids on YouTube. My 10-year-old daughter wants to join me for streaming. You might have met her, Alkali. Maybe? I don't know if you did at the con this year. I brought her one day, but it was the Sunday only, I think. Anyways, she wants to stream with me. She's beaten me at Blood Rage and other like reasonably hard games, and wants to join me on stream. And she can't join me on Twitch, but she can join me on YouTube. So I want to play around with it as a platform. James, you said something like, once you eat 3 candy corns, you're over them. And literally later that day, someone said the same thing. Nice. You can't wait to meet Alkali at PAX U. Oh, wow. I didn't realize Alkali was going to PAX. That's cool. Or is that a Alkali? Is that a CGE thing, or are you just attending for funsies? Actually, wait. You told me this. You're teaching games, aren't you? Oh, with Resonim. Oh, sweet. Nice. That's exciting. I'm trying to figure out some US travel plans for next year. I'd like to go to Gen Con, and I think probably one other con. I have to be like pretty reasonable about my travel budget. So I'm not really sure. It might just be Gen Con. Honestly, it depends on total cost of hotel stay and that sort of thing. I've never done any US cons. Gen Con feels like the one, you know? And then I'm not sure what else. I gotta figure that out. What's your favorite Resonim game? I'm just taking a look at their stuff real quick. I've heard of Phantom Inc. and I don't think anything else. I don't know a ton about them. ReaperCon. I'm demoing for 2 or 3 days, and the third day I have to explore for myself. Nice, that's awesome. And you only have to pay for flights. You have your name on Phantom Inc.? What do you mean? Tell me more. Did you do playtesting or design work or something? Hoping to go to Reaper. I hope Nova and Reaper aren't the same weekend. Were they the same weekend this year, Jamie? You did digital prototyping for it. You made a website to make playtesting during COVID easier. That's cool. Nice. That seems up your alley. I should have known. I just really need these cons to ask me to come teach. Yeah, you'll get there, Jamie. You'll get there. Man, more and more you're getting people in chat that are like, you know, noteworthy in the scene, or, you know, those folks are, it sounds like they're recognizing you at cons. They're like, you've become a bit of a personality. So you'll get there. They were the same weekend, and the difference was that I could drive to Nova. Yeah, I feel like there's a decent chance. Honestly, there's a real chance that I go to some sort of con in and around Jamie, because Jamie's been nice enough to say that I can stay with her. I don't know the logistics of that whatsoever, but having that kind of figured out in advance, so that I might be able to like reduce my total cost, really makes it more tempting. And I'm not opposed to going to a primarily like wargaming or mini focused con. I'd rather do like a more board game heavy convention. Selfishly, that's sort of more my jam. But like honestly, if I could, yeah, start getting some fucking painting done, I'd be pretty okay with it, you know? I needed to get there before I go fully broke. That's a tough one, Jamie. And I got it in my contract that I got my name in the rules sheet for Phantom Inc. because I wanted it, and they were more than happy to accommodate it. Good for you. That's awesome. I've done minor play testing on games, but never. I don't think I'm credited on anything. You know. I don't know. I have misgivings about how playtesting tends to happen in the industry. And I don't know a good solution for it either. All right, I got a win at Bonsai. So listen, let's take a look here. We got no more than 4 turns left. We need 1 additional fruit, 2 additional flowers, and 1 more wood. That might not be achievable. No, this camera just died. All right, I'm just gonna shut this one off and leave it off for now. It was just for funsies. I set it up. I wasn't sure if it would work, and it's overheating. This is a new camera that I haven't had for long, and my other one would never overheat, but this one apparently does. Resonum also does community playtesting once every month that I go to, but that isn't enough to be put into the rules by name. Yeah, that's the sort of thing that I've done, right? Like just sort of bigger group playtesting, you know? Okay, so we know we need 2 flowers and we need to place this fruit. We do not need this spot, but this one would be okay. We could cultivate, but it feels largely like a waste. We can't actually, well, we could put this here and put our fruit out and get rid of that card so that we can get an additional flower. Let's do that. We'll cultivate. This goes away. We have to place these. Oh, wait. We need 5 flowers that are overhanging. So if we do this, we've fucked ourselves. We probably already have fucked ourselves because I can get 4 flowers, but not 5 because this one's not overhanging. Fuck. This game is hard. Damn. Shit. Let's just visualize here. Even if this was here, I'd have room for a flower or 2 flowers, but then not an orange. But I could put an orange down here. So we can still do this move. We'll still take this. We'll cultivate. And actually, it's super wasteful. But I can set myself up so that I can put an orange there later. And these will move. So that I can take this one now. And I get the flowers that I need. As well as the other things. This gets discarded. And then we still have 2 turns left. So by taking a cultivate action, we spent 1 card instead of turn 2. And we got like an extra turn out of the deal. It looks gorgeous. I've heard lots of good things about Bonsai. This is a fun game. I'm genuinely enjoying this. I am surprised at how difficult it is to actually achieve these scenarios. And it's non-obvious where I'm going wrong, which is something that I actually really appreciate about games. I don't think that this is a super deep game. I think there's an epiphany to be had here that I just haven't quite figured out yet. But I do like games where the primary challenge isn't like self-evident. Oh, just go for blank and you've won, you know? Hey, Grumpy. Hey, thanks for that gifted sub. Thanks so much. Oh, you just dropped in to gift a sub and then take off? No way. Anyways, thanks so much for that gifted sub. It's been nice hanging out in your chat. I've been working and lurking. You're always on when I start my work day. So usually I end up hanging out in your chat and it's been nice to see you. So, thanks. And yeah, I'm sure I'll see you first thing in the morning, probably. Grumpy is good people. That's Grumpy Crane Studio Drive-By Love. Well, you know, Drive-By Love is as good as any other kind. So, not going to complain. Thanks so much for that gift sub. Appreciate you. All right, so we've got 2 turns left, but we have a little bit of latitude about how we resolve them. Whether we take a cultivate action or we draft a card, we're going to get to 2 turns either way. So let's try and figure this out because we're like on the cusp of being able to actually achieve these objectives. And it'd be really fucking swell if we managed to do that. So I think we need to place these. Do we have enough flowers? If we get all of our flowers out, and we get this orange out, and this wood, we have enough resources right now. We need 8 wood, 5 flowers that are overhanging, and 5 oranges. So we have enough resources right here to do it. So we can take a cultivate action. This will get discarded. And then we'll put this here. I think we're going to actually like achieve the objectives and then miss it on points is my expectation here. We placed a wood, a leaf. Jesus Christ. We can place a flower, and a fruit. So we'll put a flower here. Flower here. Those are all overhanging. And then, oh shit, we used our grass up here. So we can't place this because it needs to be touching 2. Fuck. Okay, so wait. Let's just retcon that. We can still do this. We just have to change our order of operations because we have 2 turns left. We can draft this card. We get either a wood or a leaf. So we can take a leaf. And then we get to place a fruit and any other tile. So we can place a leaf and a fruit. This and this get discarded. This comes out. It's now the last turn of the game. We can still take that cultivate action. Place this, and these. So we have 5 flowers overhanging the side of the pot. That's this goal. We have 5 fruit. That's this goal. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is this goal. We needed to achieve 2 hard goals, 1 easy goal. We just barely did it on the literal last turn, and now we get to get like 50 points instead of 130. Let's see how we did. All right, so we score points for leaves. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is 30 points. We score points for flowers. They're scored individually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 points for flowers. Fruit score 7 points each. We have 5, so we get 35 points for those. These we'll score points for. We score 1 point per wood. We know that's 8, and we score 2 additional points per flower. We know that's 10, so we get 18 points for those. And then we score our goals, where we get 5, 21, 34. It's looking viable. It's looking viable. We might be able to. Interesting how the flowers score. I like that. Also, hexagons are bestagons. I agree in like wholeheartedly. Hexagons are the bestagons. And yeah, the flowers score for their open faces. So they score between 0 and 5 points more when they're placed off on their own. But it's really hard to place the flowers on their own while being efficient enough to actually achieve the objective. So let's see what we got. We got 45, 80, 98, 102, 132 points. We did it. We did it. Yes. Damn, that was not easy. But we had to get 130 points and get 2 hard objectives and 1 easy objective. We did it. The tree even looks pretty okay this time. Like I'm happy with that. It's like pretty uniform. It maybe would tip over in real life, but we could just like weigh down this side of the pot with like a chunk of, sprue goo or something. I don't know. Jamie's old paint brushes that are worn out, would just stuff them in there to weigh this pot down a little bit. It's like a decently alive tree. It could be much worse. I agree. It could be much worse. And I'm just happy that we completed this easiest of the 5 scenarios in the book, right? There's also got some interesting information about bonsai trees. Hey, look, surely this is what we made. I was inspired to make one of these lopsided trees. We just kind of inverted it, right? All planned. The slant style grows out of the soil at an angle. Usually the first branch grows in the opposite direction of the trunk to balance the tree. This branch can be found at 1/3 of the total height of the plant. Listen, we did it. I need to try and pick up bonsai at PAX U. It looks fun. Y X tree. Y equals X. Nice. Yeah, I'm enjoying bonsai. To be honest, it's funny. So like, the games that I enjoy most, like if you asked me to like pick a game, just like name a game or a style of game or whatever that I enjoy, I would pick like a heavy Euro, something crunchy, something difficult. Terra Mystica would be like one of them that like would be a typical game. You know, worker placement is my jam also, Agricola, things like that. And usually like fairly cutthroat. I like games that are perfect information, no luck, best player wins. None of my gaming groups like those games because I've played more games than them and I tend to win. And that sucks. And they're not super competitive, and I don't play like crazy competitive either. I'm not trying to break anyone's spirit or anything. But you know, it's nice to play just like a simpler game. And this one actually was, at least the solo mode, surprisingly challenging. Like, I don't feel I'm playing objectively poorly in any way. And I've got like just barely completed this on like the absolute last turn, you know? And I had to min-max to like kind of sneak in an extra turn to make that happen. I need to get Finest Fish at PAX. They've been sold out every con I've seen. What the hell is Finest Fish? I don't know anything what that is. I have no idea what that is, Jamie, but it sounds chaotic and I love it. We should try Yum Yum Island with Ray at PAX U. Listen, I have Yum Yum Island. I picked up Yum Yum Island because of all the things Ray and Jamie said about it, and it was fun as fuck. I had a blast playing that game. It was stupid and surprisingly enjoyable. Like, it was way more fun than it had any right to be. Honestly. My wife won't play Monopoly with me anymore. Well, that's good, because Monopoly's a shit game and everybody's moved on. You shouldn't play Monopoly. I mean, play whatever you like, if you have fun with it. I just firmly believe almost everyone would enjoy other games more than Monopoly. Newer games tend to be better. We've moved on. But yeah, Yum Yum Island with Ray, highly recommend. That would be a blast. That would be super fun because, yeah, it was stupid. Like, I don't know why. I can't even really recall why it was so entertaining. It was just, it was obviously a little shitty and crufty, but it was like, it was good anyway. I appreciate how blunt you are in your hatred of Monopoly. No, it's not that I got demolished. It's just that it's not a, like, roll and move is bad. Like, listen. There's like two things that have no fucking place in games these days. It's roll and move, or like the generally mechanics where the primary thing you're doing, players have low agency. Roll and move's like a great example of that. The other thing, player elimination. Fuck that. Like, it's one thing if it's, or like skip a turn mechanics, things like that. Things where you get to watch other people play while doing nothing. That's bad design. Anyways, those are two things that just like are a straight no-go anymore. James genuinely has some of the most straightforward and honest takes in this industry, and I really appreciate that about him. Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate you saying that. I have no expectations for Yum Yum Island other than the exhaustion of demoing will be absolutely amazing. Yeah. Yum Yum Island was, like I said, way better than it had any right to be. I had a lot of fun. It was stupid and enjoyable, and I liked it. So, you know what I regret? I regret not playing Bunny Bunny Moose Moose with Ray, because obviously she's left CGE now, and it was sort of like the CGE game that nobody had played like at the CGE booth, and I regret not doing it. I recently replayed it with my family. It was fun. It was fun. Player elimination should only exist in games that are 10 to 15 minutes to play. Anything more in player elimination immediately makes me put the game away. I love how dedicated you are to Bunny Bunny Moose Moose. Listen, Bunny Bunny Moose Moose, having played it recently, it's not that good of a game, right? It's showing its age. But it's interesting in a unique way. It's just the thing is, like, you have to enjoy math, or it's like the worst game experience you've ever had. Period. Like it's just that simple. You know? It's we play it with my wife's family, and they're like nerdy, you know. Her uncle's a software developer, a software engineer. He works on supercomputer file systems, and his kids are likewise nerdy, and they happen to like mathy things. So Bunny Bunny Moose Moose was a good fit. Math in this economy? Yeah, it's true. The thing, like, you have to do real time, like, math, and it's not complicated. It's like, I mean, it's a little bit complicated in the moment. Otherwise, it wouldn't be very fun to play. But it's not like you're doing, you know, crazy division or something. You're trying to figure out some combination of actions that gain you the most points, and the points are never going to be more than, say, like 6 or something like that. But there's like enough there to make it really interesting. If it was viable to play on stream, I would, but you need a reasonably large group, and it's also strange in that you have to play it. One player has to sit on one side of the table, and everyone else has to be on the opposite side, which is kind of a little unusual. But yeah, you're playing out cards that give you like a formula for how to earn points by making gestures with your hands to either be a moose or a bunny. And there's little things you can do, like bunnies can have, a moose can have open antlers or closed or whatever. And you're constantly playing out cards that change this formula, and you're trying to figure out in real time what to do. And then the game just very abruptly ends, or the round rather. And it's interesting. If I'm not doing derivatives in my math game, it isn't a good game. That's funny. The other mathy game we play is High Frontier, which we fondly call Calculus the game. Not because it actually involves any calculus, but because it's it's based on like mostly kind of genuine near future science, and it's a good reminder that space exploration is fucking hard. And like we spend most of the game trying to make it to Mars without dying and usually failing. It's an interesting one. That kind of sounds like Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza, the actions. Listen, Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza is a much lighter game than Bunny Bunny Moose Moose. And I maintain if you walk away from Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza without a hand injury, you're not playing correctly. Like, that is a violent game. We can't play it with the kids because we will hurt them. You cannot play that game without like digits being fucked up. Space exploration is neat, but yeah, a lot of physics. Yeah, it's true. And everything is expensive, and it turns out that when you run out of fuel on your trip to Mars, you don't make it home. You just kind of die a horrible death, and that's it. It's all over. That was kind of gross. All right. I think I'm done with Bonsai for the night. I could try a harder scenario, but no, I'm not going to do that. Oh my god, we're getting a raid. Right as we were wrapping up. This tends to happen. Defoob, welcome in. Raiders. Normally there'd be a raid message here, but I screwed everything up tonight. So there isn't. Maybe I'm trying another scenario of Bonsai here. Yay, wrap up raid. Welcome in. You got in just in time. I was also wrapping up, but I might knock out another quick 20-minute game of Bonsai here now that some more friends have shown up. Thanks for the raid. Jamie, maybe you could do a shout out this time, you know, your old moderator duties. Maybe, please. For those of you who just raided in, nice to see you here. I'm James, Opcost. We play board games here, and mostly analog games on the table. Today we're playing this game, Bonsai. Egg on my face, you already did it. Damn, you're right. You did already do it. I'm sorry. But yeah, we play board games here. There are a couple issues with stream tonight because I'm playing around with streaming to YouTube Live as well. So I do have YouTube going simultaneously. I have a little merged chat thing. It was just a little bit of an experiment. I don't know that I like YouTube Live as a platform, but we're playing around with it, and the cameras are kind of screwed up. I have this. I set this up quickly before stream. I got a little slider. It's not even going to turn on. There it goes. Little action cam on the slider here. But yeah, welcome in. Thanks for joining. Why don't I try the next Bonsai scenario, since you guys were nice enough to raid in. I don't know if you folks have played Bonsai before. It's a simple, straightforward game for 1 to 4 players. You're making a bonsai tree. At least the solo game, significantly harder than it seems like. It's not challenging to play, but it is difficult to win. Don't have enough bandwidth to multi-stream. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, this is like literally the first time I've tried it. Obviously, Twitch just changed their terms of service very recently with respect to multi-streaming, and I want to try it out as a platform because I'd like at least to try streaming with my kids, and they can join me on stream on YouTube, but they can't on Twitch. So this was sort of an experiment just to see if it worked. Love Canadian telcos and their awful service. Yeah. Surely Shaw should buy out Rogers, or sorry, the other way around. Rogers should buy Shaw. That's not, going to make the monopolistic telecom industry in Canada any worse. What could go wrong? I'm a fellow Canadian in Alberta on Shaw internet service. It's not bad. It's not bad. Canadian telecom is garbage, and I really hate it. I agree. It is garbage. It is garbage. SaskTel was pretty good when I lived in Saskatoon. We're on Rogers. 1,000 down, 50 up. Yeah, so on Shaw here right now, I get 1,000 down also. And I think like it's supposed to be 300 up, but it's really more like 200. But it's enough to multi-stream, right? So to be honest, they're probably taking notes from all the dumb, bad stuff US Telecom does. I bet you it's the other way around. There's only a couple telcos in all of Canada. They're sort of notoriously, in bed with one another, and Canadian cell phone prices are some of the worst anywhere in any like Western country. So, in a lot of places you can get decent service because population density in Canada is not crazy. Like, lots of folks more or less on the US border, but prices are bullshit. Absolute fucking nonsense. So, haven't painted much since the school year started, but I did do a bit of terrain a few weeks ago. That's cool. What are you, what's going on with the school year? Do you teach? Are you in school? I don't know. I have been talking with Jamie about painting a lot because I dream of painting minis one day, but I usually don't do it. And Jamie harasses me and I harass her, and we tease because we love. You teach high school music. Oh, cool. My eldest daughter just started middle school. She started band this year. She's got a flute. That we are loving flute practice, let me tell you. Let me tell you, it's fabulous. James said he absolutely promises he's going to paint more minis now. I don't recall saying that, but, you know, I mighta. I do have the only... Oh, shit, did I move them? I thought I had them back here behind me. I had the only 2 minis I painted recently. My daughter and I attended our local board game convention and did a paint and take. And, oh, they're right here. These are the only minis I have painted in the last several years. Or, well, rather, one of these was done by me, and one of these was done by my 10-year-old daughter. I'm not going to tell you which one. And we did them in, 30 minutes or so. But that's the only miniature painting I've done in a long ass time. And yeah, beginner flute, very airy. That's a good way to describe it. If I had to listen to any instrument played by a beginner, flute would be pretty high on the list. Lowest would be trumpet and sax, maybe clarinet. I played a clarinet. My wife, Martina, she also played a clarinet and a saxophone. I wanted to play the trumpet when I was in band. And my sister, my older sister, convinced my mom not to let me play the trumpet because it would be too loud. Which is probably not wrong. But I played the clarinet, and it sucked. Clarinet is underrated. Yeah, I mean, I was at best a mediocre clarinet player. Music wasn't my thing. Wasn't for me. I don't know. Trumpet is farty, sax is just loud, clarinet is squeaky. Wow, okay. That's fair. I feel like my problem with the clarinet, or well, I had lots of problems, but I feel like, I swear to God, I don't remember playing my clarinet and not having a broken reed, ever. I don't know why I broke them so often, or what. I think we were also like dirt poor, and like reeds were just an expense that didn't happen. But that was an annoyance. They do break easily, yeah. The best instrument is obviously the trombone. Interesting. I heartily disagree, Jamie, but I think the flute is pretty neat. It's nice. The practice is becoming more musical. Like, she's only been playing it for, I don't know, 3 weeks now, right? Like, she just got it, and anyways, it's becoming less painful. It's more musical and less just frustration from, the posture and holding a flute. Also, I'd never played the flute. I tried to play my daughter's flute, this past week, and like I'd never even held a flute like ever before, and it is awful. It was not fun, and I have like big clumsy fingers, and it felt horrific. Did not like. The worst instrument to listen to beginners on is oboes. A good bassoon. I feel like I don't think of a bassoon or an oboe as like a beginner instrument, but I assume you play a clarinet or something before moving to the bassoon. I don't know. I was gonna say anything double reeded, I feel like is, you like make a note on the clarinet first. Anyways, I'm gonna go fix my music off screen real quick because it just abruptly stopped, and I'll be right back. I almost tripped over an HDMI cable, and like it would have been a disaster. An absolute disaster. All right. Okay, so we're going to try this next scenario here in Bonsai. My old band program had someone who insisted on starting with oboe. It was a choice. Nice. My middle school had double reeds and flutes tryout. I remember flute being competitive. Like, not everybody who wanted to play a flute got the flute. I don't remember why, but that was a thing. That's funny. How long have you been teaching music? It's a very, like, noble thing to do. I feel like it would be very easy to tire of listening to squeaky, awful, beginner, ugh, you know? Flute used to be the #1 choice for kids. Now I find all kids want sax. Looks like we got an ad break. I'm going to shuffle up these cards while that ad runs. 10 years. All right. 13. What am I saying? 1:30 left on this ad. We'll let that finish up and then we'll get started here. I don't understand, Alkali, why you get the world's shortest ads. Like, it very clearly says that there's a minute left in the ad break. Is everyone else back from the ad? Is it just running short ads? Like, that's just the selection on Twitch tonight or whatever? Or is it just Alkali's lucky? Special. You're not wrong. You're back too. Okay, wow. All right. Well, I'm still going to dutifully wait the 30 seconds till it says that the ad is done before I talk about how to play this game. But interesting. Twitch ad management is something that I always have found to be a struggle for me, and it doesn't feel like it's gotten better. How do you get 2 piccolos to play in tune? You shoot one. Wow. That's rough. Also, 10 years of teaching music. That's a solid run for sure. Okay, so we're gonna try this scenario. We've successfully completed the first of 5 scenarios in the solo mode of this game. It took us 3 tries though. So this next scenario, in theory, is a little bit harder. We'll see. So overall, this game's pretty straightforward. We're going to take one of 2 actions. We're either going to draft one of these cards. We basically get to do what's on the card, and cards that are towards the right of the board, they're ones that have been on the table longer, give us a perk. The perk gets better the further right on the board it is. Usually these are going to give us tiles, but other times they're going to give us things that are going to modify our actions. Growth cards let us place out more tiles on a turn, and tools allow us to store more tiles between turns. So we're either going to draft a card or we're going to cultivate our bonsai, and when we do so, we'll take tiles that we've previously gained and place them out on our bonsai tree, which starts as just this little stump. That's all we got right now. Okay. The placement rules are really simple. Wood has to be adjacent to wood. Leaves have to be adjacent to wood. Flowers have to be adjacent to leaves, but they earn more points. They earn points for each face that is empty when they're scored at the end of the game. So you want flowers kind of off on their own. And then fruit has to be adjacent to multiple leaves, 2, and it cannot be adjacent to other fruit. So it has to be kind of spaced out a little bit. And then in this particular scenario, called Long Winter, we probably are going to lose horribly. Ideally, we have to achieve, or not even ideally, in order to complete the scenario, we have to achieve all 3 of these goals. So we need to place 12 pieces of wood in our bonsai. We need 9 leaves, and we need any tile protruding from the right-hand side of our pot, and we need 1 below the pot on the left. So we'll need to branch out in both directions. So we have to build a differently shaped bonsai than we have been doing in the past, because we need to get below the pot on this left side and at least to the edge on this right side. We also have to score 120 points while doing that, but who's counting? Okay, we are heading off. Have a good night. Thanks for that raid. Appreciate you. Have a good one. Go take care of yourself. Bad at typing. I'm also a terrible typist. All right, so we know we have to branch out. We know we also have this dreaded 12 wood tile, which we've had this in the past. We never ever achieve it because gaining wood in this game is surprisingly difficult. Oh, we also have to get 4 of these. These cards give us bonus points, and we need to collect at least 4 of them in this particular scenario. So that frickin' sucks. So we're going to start by taking this tool, because having only 5 tiles in hand is absolutely garbage. Now when we take that, we can, because it was on this spot, we can take either a wood or a leaf. We're going to take a wood in this case. And then we probably want to just take this tile and get a bunch of stuff so that we can start cultivating and living the dream. Now there's only 7 of these cards and we need 4 of them. We're going to end up getting rid of 1. But we got to be really careful about those. Let's draft this. In the solo game, when we draft a card, the one to its left gets discarded. So we're going to get 2 leaves, a wood, and a flower. Just say getting wood. You're not fooling any of us with this gaining wood nonsense. Listen, there's just so much opportunity for innuendo here. I don't know. All right, so we can only discard 3 of these, which really hurts because I want to cultivate, but we'll be getting rid of our second of these. But if I take it, we end up with a bunch of stuff that we then just lose. So I think we got to do it. We got to cultivate. Yeah, because this, even if we take this, yeah, whatever, we're going to cultivate. So we get to put out a wood, a leaf, and something else. So probably another wood. Let's just branch over this way. Like we're going to, you know, make it down here at some point. And this leaf, I guess, is just going there. I don't know. This card gets discarded, and away we go. All right. We don't need both of those, but having 1 wouldn't be horrible. We do need that 12 wood. Let's just take this one. This gets discarded. We get to place this here. We gain a wood and a flower. We're setting ourselves up for gaining a bunch of wood. We can't hold that now, so we'll probably cultivate. We can place 2 wood, a leaf, and something else. So let's just get this below the pot nonsense the fuck out of the way. There's our 2 wood. We're not even close. Like, we need at least 1 more tile, because it turns out that if we're like splitting the difference, it counts like to be, I thought that in order to be, to count as, you know, placing it beyond, it would have to be like so. But if it's kind of on the line, it counts. So anyways, there's our 2 wood, and we get to place a leaf and then something else. Let's put this leaf here so that we can, you know, get some fruit or something eventually. And then our something else, let's put this nice flower this way. Yeah. That'll make us feel good. I like that. All right. Now I guess the question here is, do we take the immense wood move and gain 3 wood? Or do we take the less lucrative, but, you know, we need leaves anyway move? Because the problem is if we take this one, this gets discarded, and then if we cultivate, this gets discarded, which we just can't abide, you know? So I think we actually take this one. We get 2 wood. Do I take the 3rd wood? Yes, I do, because we never can get enough fucking wood. Just can't get enough wood, guys. It's a problem. All right. So, if we take this, then we have a little bit more storage space. We'd get more wood and a flower. We'd be able to hold 9 tiles. We still wouldn't be able to take this, though. It wouldn't be very effective. We don't really care about fruit, though, and just getting to 9 gives us a little bit more latitude in picking cards. I just don't know if we can afford a turn just to take a card. I don't know. Thank you. I'll be more vulgar and make more, you know, very, very not really obscured at all dick jokes. Let's go for it. Let's take this. Let's not overthink it. This goes away. We get a wood and a flower. We can hold 9 tiles. We're at 7. I want there to be some magical way that I can get this, but I don't think there is, because we would end up wasting most of the tiles. So we probably just cultivate here. I mean, we could do this. We'd place out a leaf and something else, but then we gain a wood and a flower. How many wood do we have? We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I feel like we're actually, this is the only time we've ever played where we've been anywhere close to getting the 12 wood thing. I'm not saying you got to make more dick jokes. I'm just saying that we all know what you're trying to avoid. Well, listen, you know, it's fair. It's an absolutely valid criticism. All right, let's take this. Get a wood and a flower. Then we place out a leaf and something else, which obviously isn't another leaf. So let's make it be another wood. And then I believe that if we put like a leaf here, this is below the bottom line of the pot. So we've achieved 1/2 of this goal. And we've got 6 wood tiles and 3 leaves. So we're well on our way. We're kind of halfway through those. And maybe 3 leaves isn't quite half of 9, but you know, approximately. It's a very fast and loose approximation. Now, this is where we start running into problems, I think. Because we need to take these. Right? There's only 4 of these in the deck. Or sorry, 7, and we need to take 4. And it's possible that two come out side by side and could be really hard to draft. So we probably have to take this card. We don't really need a wood and a flower though. So I wonder if we cultivate so that we can instead get a leaf and an orange. Because we already have a lot of wood. We have 10. We only need 2 more in the entire game. So let's cultivate. We can place 2 wood. We'll put 1 here and 1 here. We got to get over to this right-hand side of the pot. And then we can place a leaf, which we don't have, and any one other tile, which I think is probably going to be another wood. Or, I mean, we can probably place 2 wood next time. Let's place a leaf. Let's just put this leaf down here where it will score nicely. It's well below the bottom of the pot and will score nicely. 3 is basically half of 9. Listen, it's close. It's not close, right? All right, so this gets discarded. And then we know we have to draft this because we need 4 of these. So we'll draft that. We gain a leaf and a fruit. This gets discarded. I feel like we're speed running to the deck being empty and then we lose, you know, but that's okay. 2, 4, 6. We can hold up to 9. I think we draft this guy because we don't need this pot, and we could use another leaf because we do need 9 leaves and we only have 4. So let's do that. So this goes away. We gain a leaf and a fruit, and then we get to play a wood and something else. If we just put this leaf here, we've now achieved this goal. We got something below the pot, and we're proud of the pot on the right side. We're proud of it. We're very proud. I've never been more proud of anything. Okay, so we achieved that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wood. So we're close to the wood one. We are not at all close. Ah, shit. This is what we didn't want, right? If I draft this, this one gets discarded. And we've thrown out 2. We can tolerate throwing out 3, but if we do so, then we have to draft all of the other ones. So we need to get more leaves, period. Like, we just need more leaves. So either we draft this and this one just goes to hell, or we draft this and this one goes to hell, and then we can draft this one later. Let's do that. Let's draft this. But then we don't get a bonus. That feels so shitty. Because we need leaves. We don't really want this card, right? We don't need fruit or being able to place flowers faster. But we need leaves. Okay, let's take this one. Let's take this one. This one goes away. We get a leaf and an orange. Fuck. All the scoring cards are out. Okay, this is a really valuable scoring card for us. This is also quite a valuable thing because it would give us 2 of the leaves that we need. We have 6, we need 9 total. That wouldn't be a horrible problem to have. This one's pretty good for us. It's 4 points. This one's also 4 points. Everything about this card draft is bad. We do have a few turns remaining, but it's feeling deeply unlikely that we will succeed. We're also basically maxed out on these. We have 8 out of 9. So I surely can't cultivate and you know, destroy one of those. That wouldn't be cool. But if I take one of these, I could get rid of the fruit. Who cares? I gain a leaf. We'd have 2 out of the 3 we need. We know we need to draft all the rest. I can probably get this. It would be in the right position. How am I gonna do this? This sucks. These cards suck. I don't like this. I don't like this one little bit. I think we're gonna end up short on leaves. Let's just cultivate. We can place 2 wood, which we don't have. So we place a wood, a leaf, a flower, and something else, which probably is a leaf. Even out our bonsai here a little bit. We do also need to earn points so that we can actually like win the game. So we placed a wood and a leaf. We get a flower. We can put this flower over here where it's going to earn maximum points. And then we have anything else. Let's get rid of some of these fruit tiles that are just clogging our hands. This costs us a point but gains us 7, which is probably worth it. This gets discarded. So we can't discard any more scoring cards or we lose. We have to take this one this turn. And this guy gets discarded. Oh God. Okay. Well, that worked out pretty shit, right? Because we have to take this one, and then we have to take this one. And as soon as we take this one moves into that position, and then we're basically out of turns. Fuck. Okay, well, we're going to take this. We got 2, 4, 6, 8 tiles. This gets discarded. And then we're going to take this one. We'll just leave the orange. This gets discarded. Ah, shit, guys. Well, we got really unlucky with the way the scoring cards came out. And this is our last turn. So we're going to lose again. But it's going to be close. It's going to be really close. Sure sounds like an issue and not an ish me. You're not wrong. All right. Well, it's a sad day when we don't have any wood. But that's where we're at. So what do we have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We needed 12. Once again, we miss it on the wood. We can get 11. But 11, interestingly, is not 12. So that doesn't save us. I mean, we could get to 12, but not placing them. And we can place at most 7 leaves, and we need 9. So that's a shame. Probably what we would have done is we would have taken this. That lets us gain a wood. And then we place a leaf and something else. And we are now done. Such limp wood you've got there. Yep. Absolutely. And if those hadn't come out perfectly spaced, we could have gotten an additional turn. And I don't think an additional turn would have quite gotten us there, but it would have been really close. This is the best looking bonsai we've had so far, so that's cool. Like, this looks neat and interesting. I like this, the goal card that we did achieve, to place things below and, you know, past the pot. Just because it forces us to make sort of an interesting looking tree. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 wood, and we got 2, 4, 6 leaves. We have the leaves that we needed. We don't have the wood. So even if we had gotten an extra turn, we weren't going to gain 1 wood and then place a wood and 3 leaves. We could have placed a wood and 2 leaves. So we were very close. But then I also don't think we would have scored 120 points with this rather sparse looking bonsai. I'm just glad you built something that doesn't look like Charlie Brown's Christmas tree. True. Hey, Cosmic Pete, welcome in. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. All right, well, we tried this scenario. We tried. I feel like this was, like, I think I've improved at this game somewhat. If I had to articulate the way that I've improved at this game, I would say I had an epiphany. It turns out trees are made of wood. That's legit the only difference now between how I'm playing now and how I was playing, you know, when I first started the first try, is that I've been more aggressively trying to draft wood. Trees are made of wood. Today I learned. Well, like, yeah. A shame, but here we are. So yeah, that was Bonsai. I liked this game. I had a lot of fun playing this. This was a nice challenging solo mode because it was hard to win. Obviously, we failed, or I failed repeatedly. I did get a couple wins in there, you know, but they didn't come easy. But the game's easy to play, right? Like, this wasn't hard. And I think as a, you know, competitive experience, it there'd be probably slightly less aggravation in the draft. You get a few more cards. I'd be interested to see how long the game lasts, like how many turns you get with 3 or 4 players. I feel like that might be a tough point where, like, you know, if there was a couple extra turns here, I would have a more well-developed bonsai tree and I would feel better about it. It looks like a neat little game and I'm interested in it now. That's great to hear. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was definitely fun. This was one of the, like, more interesting solo experiences I've had recently, just because most games that are simple to play feel like artificially challenging, if they're challenging at all, right? Like, you're trying to surpass some score and it's just, well, here's a reasonable score and we just made it higher than that because whatever, that's how we're controlling the difficulty. Whereas this, it felt like there was really good opportunity cost with the drafting mechanism, in a way that sort of, like, the contents of the deck are kind of known. I have now, having played it a few times, I have a good sense of what's in there. And it makes it, you know, difficult to make decisions about how to proceed. I don't know how many of these frickin' tools I should get. I ended up with 2 so that I could have 9 tiles. And that feels like it's probably, I want to only end up with 1 and make do with 7 and make good choices. But I feel like you have to be fairly fortunate in how the cards come out, and you can't necessarily count on that. And there's, like, interesting decisions in that space, and I like it, you know? I wish more solo stuff did what Cascadia does, if they're just going to make difficulty equal higher score. I've played Cascadia a lot. I've never played it solo, so I'm not sure what Cascadia does. What does it do, Jamie? Tell me about it. Because yeah, I've played Cascadia. It's like our go-to game with our kids, basically, right? We play it, maybe not go-to, but we've played it a bunch with our kids. They set it up. We play a lot of Cascadia, and what's the other one that's sort of like Cascadia? It's very fundamentally similar, but not animals. It's quilting. The name, I am completely drawing a blank. But we play that one a lot as well. They have, like, achievements. Beat the game with these specific stipulations. Okay, yeah, so that was the case here. The basic solo mode is just, you know, achieve X number of points, which is okay. It's interesting, right? But kind of meh, you know? And then the scenarios, of which there's 5, we've played 2 now, were much more interesting because they were, you know, yeah, you have to get these 3 goals Or like the last one, we had a little bit of options. We had to get 2 hard goals and 1 easy one, and we had some agency to choose which of those we would pursue, right? And those restrictions made it interesting. I feel like it's sort of like the, you know, whatever, it's the board game equivalent of the like limited palette challenge you did, right? Sometimes, you know, restrictions can keep things really interesting, you know? So, yeah, I liked this game a lot. As far as streaming went, nobody watched this on YouTube. I tried to mention it a couple times. I dropped the link in chat a few times because, like, even though strictly speaking, I shouldn't, because you're not supposed to lead people away from Twitch. That's also a TOS violation. But whatever. I feel like YouTube discoverability for YouTube Live is also absolutely shit. Basically, you know, it's impossible for anyone to find you unless they already follow you, and my channel is teeny. I think we have 130 subscribers over there. So, like, teeny tiny. But the good news is, as a proof of concept, yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, YouTube discoverability for actual video content is fine. YouTube Live discoverability is like a total fucking joke. It just doesn't exist, basically, right? So, you know, it's really, I feel like YouTube Live is very much a add-on that exists for, you know, existing established creators to do things with their community, and it doesn't exist as a growth platform. And then the chat functions are not good, right? It's like YouTube Shorts started out as just a let's copy TikTok, and now like YouTube Shorts is totally viable as its own thing. There's lots of creators who just do shorts and don't do long form content, right? YouTube Live hasn't found its stride like that. There's nobody that just does YouTube Live and doesn't do long form or shorts or something, period, right? I talked to someone at YouTube about discoverability, and they basically told me, get good. I had to legitimately search for your account by exact name to find the live. Yeah, exactly, right? So I do think I'm going to play around with YouTube Live, and I will probably, you know, end up doing some streams on just YouTube and not on Twitch. Just because, like I said, I would really like to at least attempt. I kind of have this weird, like, mixed feelings about it. But my 10-year-old really wants to get in on streaming. She's often in chat. She's played games with me on stream before, just not on camera. And I can do that on YouTube, right? So I can kind of suffer through the problems with the platform in order to be able to play games with Sarah out here, right, on stream. The challenge with that is nobody's gonna fucking watch, and I have, you know, I don't know, I feel wishy-washy about it as a parent. We'll see how it goes, but I'm gonna at least experiment with that a little bit. On that note, we decided that we were gonna try that on Wednesday nights. So next Wednesday will be my first like YouTube only stream. I'll post about it in the Discord. I'll probably do a little self promo on Jamie's Discord and that sort of thing. And you know, we're gonna at least try it. And I tried to, you know, manage expectations with the idea that we're probably streaming to nobody, right? It'll be like starting over on Twitch again, basically, except raids don't exist for small creators there, you know, that sort of thing. I wish I could figure out the other platforms that actually lead people to my Twitch channel. I mean, I feel like, you know, I don't know. I have misgivings about TikTok. I have no interest in using TikTok at all, and I'm not intending to. I feel like your Instagram presence is pretty good, and you could probably, you know, leverage that as a good engagement tool to reach people and get them onto Twitch. But I think actually converting them when you're streaming like is non-trivial to do, right? Like it's tough. It's tough out there, you know? So I hope that your efforts work. I mean, your YouTube video worked out pretty good. And I feel like, you know, your YouTube content could also lead people here for sure. I created a TikTok account, but deleted the app. Yeah, I also have a TikTok account. I follow Jamie Daggers. That's it. Nobody else. So, yeah, TikTok. I remember I installed TikTok like maybe, I don't know, 18 months ago or something like that. 2 years, I don't know. And it was the first time that I used like an app or something and I felt like old. It was like, this is not for me, right? I think the problem for me with TikTok is like, sure, maybe it could be a cross promotional tool or something like that. But like, I do board games. When I look at board game TikTok, it's like the antithesis of what I want to make as a creator, right? And I feel very strongly that TikTok is like actively malicious about being a race to the bottom for your attention span, right? Like, you know, it really aggressively wants you to watch videos and it really takes advantage of human nature and dopamine and that sort of thing, right? And it's just like, yeah, you know, bad board game content is this is the best game ever until the next big thing. And like the biggest creators on TikTok in the board game space, all the things that you see them celebrating are gimmicky shit that visually looks intriguing, that are games that I wouldn't wish upon my worst enemy. They suck balls. They're garbage and they're just, you know, shills for crap product because, hey, money's cool, right? I don't like it. So TikTok's not my jam. Not going to happen. But I want to figure out long form content again. I do have a recent video. If you haven't watched it, please go check it out on YouTube. Jamie, maybe you could link it again. I'd appreciate that. I really want to get back into long form content. I want to do board game reviews and, you know, stuff like that. And like deeper analysis. Is that going to be profitable or successful for me? Probably not. Is that what I'd like to do in order to be fulfilled as a creator? Yeah, totally. Right. I mean, YouTube and Twitch also try to get you to watch videos for as long as possible, though I'll agree that TikTok board game content is more often than not uninteresting to me. I just find short form content unappealing. I'd rather watch long form content anyways. So like, I would agree with you, Alkali. Like, it's not like YouTube, every service that does video or social media or whatever wants to get you on the platform and then keep you there, right? Like, you know, it's no different than YouTube having autoplay or cards at the end of videos or things like that. I just feel like TikTok, it's sort of like, where do you go from TikTok? You're already basically competing for 3 seconds of attention span. Like there's nowhere else to go, right? You can't get like a lesser attention span than how fast people are already swiping on TikTok. And I feel like the need for it to be like it's like clickbait titles became like a thing. And now all titles have to be clickbait in order to perform well on YouTube or elsewhere, right? Like Jamie's video. Your video would objectively do better if you had a more sensational title. Like 100% it would, right? That feels kind of bad. But it's like TikTok as a platform, the whole thing is clickbait. Your thing has to be like all the successful videos are like you're in someone's face like right away. I don't know. I don't like it. Yucky. I like the people who do content well enough, but it just sort of feels repetitive after a while. Yeah. I did give it a legit try. I didn't try to make content there, but I tried to get a feel for what was successful content on that platform, and it just didn't vibe, you know? It's not my deal. So anyways, all of this was a fucking huge monologue because I was trying to say, next Wednesday, Sarah and I, my 10-year-old daughter, we are going to be streaming on YouTube Live. we are going to play... Oh God, what the hell is it called? I can't remember. Can't remember. It's a recent game. Time Roller will know what it is. 2-player only. You're landing Sky Team? Why does that feel wrong? You're landing a plane. You're flying a plane. One like pilot, co-pilot. 2-player only. Co-op. Right? Why the hell can't I think of the name? Anyways, we're gonna play that on Wednesday next week. Sky Team. Yeah, I was right. Okay. So we're going to play that on YouTube Live next week on Wednesday. And then I'm going to try and figure out how to reconcile that with my Twitch schedule, which will probably stay the same. Thursday evenings, Sundays. This coming Sunday, I will not be streaming. I'm going over to my sister's house. Go there a couple times a year. So just worked out that it's on Sunday. So there will be no stream from me on Twitch until next Thursday. And obviously I'll have to try and sucker some of you into coming over to YouTube. Now, enough rambling. Let's find a place to raid. If we can find another board game stream, I would be incredibly surprised. But I'm happy to try and do so. Open to suggestions, no promises. Let's see who I've got online. This is the worst thing about, you know, kind of later night streams. It's just not, especially in board games, it's like there's not a lot there. What do we got? Nothing too exciting. RIP camera. Oh my god, the camera died! Okay. I don't know what's going on with the camera. Look, you can watch my hands. You can see my hands. It's trying to tell me that it's time to end the stream. My camera never dies. So I'm not sure what's going on this time. That's just tanking it. But like I said, it's like the battery slowly drains, but like it's charging, just not fast enough, you know, whatever. 1% per hour or something it drains. I don't know. Anyway, okay, where was I? Trying to find someone to raid. This one guy's stream creating a children's board game, commissions open. I've never heard of this guy before. His stream art certainly doesn't look like a children's board game, but we could go check that out. I don't know. Any other suggestions? Stream is jank. Yeah, sorry about the cameras, guys. Like, literally, when the fuck has my front camera turned off? Never. You know? And today's the day, I guess. And then the other little camera I set up was overheating. That's new, too. That's never happened either. You have some options? What are your options? Give me an idea here. Deep T is on. Violacious is on. You'll play in Legend of Zelda. Probably only be up for 5 minutes after you raid. Bored at home. Yeah, I saw Bored at Home. I secretly... I don't know. Oh, it said they were playing something on Sovereignty, but it doesn't look like they actually are. They're playing Codenames. I don't know. Let's try this random fucking stream. This dude designing a children's board game. I have no idea what that is. Hero Zone. What's that? Who's Hero Zone? I've never heard of Hero Zone. Massive. Call of Cthulhu. Writing, planning, and running a horror/mystery workshop. That's kind of interesting. You know what? Whatever. That's somewhere new. Let's do it. Sure. Stumbled in far too late. Will there be a VOD? Curious about the game. Joseph. Yes, there will be a VOD. Sorry, we're just wrapping up. Today was a bit of a janky stream because we were trying out streaming to both YouTube Live and Twitch, and I had camera problems, as you can see from the fact that you cannot see my face and it's dark. There will be a VOD. We played Bonsai like 5 or 6 times, so there'll be lots there. That said, let's raid into Hero Zone. I'm going to set that up, and as I do, like I said, we are going to have a little bit of a weird schedule this coming week. I will not be streaming on Sunday, and then Wednesday I will be on YouTube Live for the first time for realsies, not on Twitch at all, with my daughter. We're going to play Sky Team, see how it goes. I'll do a little bit of promo on the Discord. All right. Thanks for coming, guys. Anybody who can hear me. Sorry about the camera problems. We knew it was going to be janky. Once we got through the first, 10 minutes or so, half an hour or whatever, I thought we were in the clear. Apparently all the problems were going to come later on. Anyways, we're going to go right into Hero Zone. Have a good one. I will see you guys next week.